Greetings. This is Mysteries of the Sand, a Monster of the Week campaign set in ancient Egypt. Today is session 4, and when we last left our heroes, whom realized would probably introduce themselves. So please, heroes, characters, please introduce yourselves.
And for me, I play the Spooky Playbook.
I'm Nadine. I play Maya the expert.
Nice.
I'm playing Ramesu, the monstrous in the mosque.
I'm Janine. I play as Gamila the Mundane.
Yes. Awesome. So, last mystery, which was called the combustible case of the Pura Trireme, our heroes battled and um, battled a fire woodug summoned from the plains of Kur, and they managed to accidentally kill it, even though they were eventually the person who was trying to manage not kill it, but sadly sadness happens. Like it was just such a sad time for everyone. But that's fine because a lot of interesting stuff happened, and don't worry, Nadine. I have stuff in work that will eventually, I'm sure, would make up for it. I hope. So
One day, Maya will get a creature.
you might get more than one. You might catch them all. You might become the world's first Pokemon master.
You will be the first gym leader in Alexandria, and your gym will be the library.
The library, and you'll be giving the Papyrus badge. Okay.
I'm gonna have a magical zoo.
Oh my
Gonna
gosh.
quit my job at the library to become a zookeeper.
Alright, okay, so when we last left our heroes, well, specifically one of them, okay, so there's like a short recap in the episode as the episode starts that shows like what happened, like just clip show montage of style, but it kind of like slows down the clip show and just shows the last scene, the credits, the end credit scene of last session, last episode, where we saw Ramesu like appearing in some sort of strange, misty, smoky catacomb area, and he was confused as to where he was because this is definitely not the place where he, fell asleep at or whatever. And then there was this very like very regal and just dominating voice that spoke from behind him that wasn't shown in the camera. That scene plays again as the voice says again, I normally don't think fondly of people who claim to be my avatar. And now the episode begins. What do you do, Ramesh?
So the voice is coming from behind me. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Ramesu doesn't move.
Okay.
He keeps his position
Mm-hmm.
in vulnerability, and he says with complete
Mm-hmm.
sincerity,
Mm-hmm.
he says, "Father, am I not made in your own image? Do I not wield your sword as you wield me? Am I not the progeny of your purpose?"
Wait. Okay. The first one. Am I not? Okay. Oh, okay. So in order, you get three answers. You're not turning around, right?
Not.
Okay. Cool. Cool. In order, you get three answers. The first one. No, you are not made in my image. The second question was, do I not wield your sword? Okay. Yes, you do wield a sword that has been blessed by me. And the third question was, do I not? What was the last question?
Do you not wield me as your progeny?
I need to look
Your
up what does progeny mean.
you're the child. I'm your child, and I am of your purpose.
Okay, Okay. So the question is, I do not wield you as my progeny. I do not wield you as my progeny. No.
Pro- Jenny.
So I think that at this point,
Hmm.
Ramesu is just confused.
Yes.
Um,
Good.
because obviously,
Hmm.
he wasn't being slanderous. He like
No.
that's what he thought.
Hmm. Yes.
Um,
Definitely. Absolutely.
he woke up
Hmm.
with this curse and could only assume X, Y, and Z. It's not like anyone told him anything.
Okay. Yep.
Well, if I have offended you, could you at least give me some answers?
You have indeed offended me. Next time, when someone asks who you are and what you have, even if you don't tell them, oh, okay, the voice isn't stuttering. That's just me.
No, I
Okay,
understand.
yeah. Even if you don't tell them, even if you don't tell them the truth, don't claim to be an avatar of my will. That is slanderous in itself. And are you turning at this point?
No,
Okay, cool. So you don't. Okay, you don't have to turn. Your body turns of its own volition,
my
facing.
my eyes my eyes are closed.
Your eyes, are, your eyes open of their own volition.
I am trying my best to keep my eyes lowered.
No, that's a great idea. That's an amazing idea. You see this figure before you. It's very cool looking. Can everyone
What
see that?
what's the date?
The
Mhm.
date.
Yeah.
I don't like. We're not really like doing any date system yet. And I don't think ancient Egypt had like a 7 day week. They had like a 10 day section. So
No, I mean like
They
BC.
had months at least.
oh
Oh wait, no, that's
month wise. Month wise, I did write it down. 1 second. This is the halfway through the season of Peret, which is early December. So this is like late December.
And the year?
Year is 120 BCE, which is 185 of the Ptolemaic dynasty.
You 120, what 120?
Yes, 120 BCE.
Okay. Um
Like not everything is like going to be identical, but I'll try my best to be like historically like
well
most.
this is important thematically
Mm-hmm. Yep.
because there was a certain point in time
Hmm.
where Anubis was replaced by Osiris
Oh,
as Lord of the
no, no,
Underworld.
absolutely, absolutely, totally, and yes, that's yeah, definitely.
So
So,
this
so
is
yes, so just like
this
just taking like a short gap, so just like taking a short break to explain what's going on. So in reality, like a lot of the beliefs and stuff are by humanity, and like everything we know archaeologically about like ancient Egypt and stuff, I'll try to portray as best as I can. The fictional part is the existence of gods themselves, and that is basically going to be this campaign's own own explanation, so which may not be following archaeological evidence because this is a fictional thing. Like this
sure,
part is
but
fictional. Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
I was going to apply that narratively. So
Absolutely, sure, definitely, yes.
Ramesu will prostrate himself, fall to his knees,
Hmm.
um, and say, "My family has never forgotten your ways, and although the rest of society may portray you as someone who has lost their place, you will forever be, in my eyes, a supreme god."
Okay. He's still staring you down. You you had questions for he says, Hmm. You have questions for me?
Only one. What would you
Arise.
ask me?
Uh, just
I
arise.
rise.
Yes. So you're like now facing him. He's not floating. He's just like standing in the mist. He's probably like a foot or a foot and a half taller than you. But yeah, go on. Sorry.
What would you have me do?
Do you know what is it you are afflicted with? Are you aware of that?
No.
Are you interested in finding out? Are you curious in finding out?
If you will be done, knowledge be bestowed to me. If that is what you wish.
Do you not wish to find out what is afflicting you yourself?
He gives him honest eyes.
Hmm.
Says, um, from my parents' parents to my parents, our lives have been simple. The purpose that we have been given by the gods is to give voyage to your land.
Yes, and your family and your generations and your bloodline has what's the word? Has performed that duty admirably. However, what
There
you
was
suffer from now, what you suffer now is not my doing. What you suffer from now is a curse, young Ramesu. This is not a blessing. It is a curse. Slowly, this curse will transform into you, into the jackal monster permanently. You will lose your human mind, your human emotions, your human intellect, and you will become a feral beast with time. This is not, you are not my avatar. You are a cursed individual. And
how does
he's not like saying this angrily. It's just like completely level-headed, although it's not like emotional, but it's like, just level-headed, just stating the facts.
have I done something to deserve this curse?
No, you haven't. You simply got in the way of those who were going to be suffered by it, those who were going to be hit by it.
Do you mean by the disturbed catacombs?
Yes, that is where it happened. The robbers disturbed the catacombs. You came in to perform your duty to protect it, but they got away and you got struck by the curse instead, in their stead.
And the creatures that are seemingly plaguing Alexandria?
The creatures, what do you mean? So far, the only thing that has really caused uh, chaos, caused, what's the word you use? Plague, right?
Plague, yeah.
Yes. So far only two things that have plagued Alexandria: the Minotaur in the fields and the fire Uruk. And that is what drew me to you to make contact with you, because it seemed like you were involved in both situations.
Are you saying that these two random occurrences are it?
there are some things that may appear to be random, may not be random, but some things that may appear to be connected may be random.
I understand. I guess
If you do not wish to become a mindless monster, you need to undo the curse.
if I undo the curse, how will I be expected to further protect the catacombs and the people of Alexandria of these random occurrences?
Do you think do you think the curse gave your parents, their parents, their parents, their parents, their parents the power to protect these catacombs, to to perform the duty of preparing people for their journey to the duat? This curse doesn't give you power, it's simply a curse meant to harm intruders who would disturb the catacombs, who would disturb the crypts.
Time is changing our ways. The Greeks have changed our ways. We
Maybe.
fear that there will be a time where our ways will be gone.
That may be, but change is the nature of humanity. So, Ramesh, what do you do? Like, did you want to ask him something more? You can do so. If you want to do some moves, you can totally do so.
I think Ramesu will attempt to sit. Can he
Um,
sit?
yeah. Like, you want to sit down on the floor? Yeah, sure. Definitely.
Yeah. He will sit down, cross his legs,
Hmm.
hold his hands in his hands.
Okay. As you sit down, you see, as you sit down, Anubis also goes to sit down, but in a chair. And although there is no chair behind him, it appears like the fog kind of coalesces and you can't see what he's sitting down on, but it appears that he's sitting on a chair. Right, so what do you do?
Um, I don't think Ramesu's looking at Anubis anymore.
Okay.
Um, meeting meeting your chosen family god
Hmm.
and being a little bit like miffed,
Hmm.
he's disillusioned. Like he didn't expect it to be like this.
Cool. Like he's just waiting there. So Anubis is still waiting there,
I
patiently
assume
waiting for you to
there's.
process, patiently waiting for Ramesu to process what's going
He says almost not a question, just out loud.
on. Hmm.
I assume there's a way to break this curse.
You need to undo the curse. There is unfortunately way that no way to break the curse in its current form.
How long do I have?
one of those questions that humanity is not meant to realize or comprehend. Some things may hasten your permanent transformation, some things may slow it down, but it will slowly happen. How much longer you have is variable.
Do you want your sword back?
No, that is the reason you have the sword is tied to this curse. Oh, nice. That's a neat move. So as long as your sharp is higher than your cool, that's nice.
Yeah, it is.
Right. Okay. So yeah, what do you do? What do you ask him? Like he's still there, just waiting patiently.
And if people ask of you, what do you permit me to say?
If people ask, and if people ask about your altered form, I suppose you can't just go around explaining that you are cursed. They will likely have you killed, which doesn't help the problem. Very well. I permit you to claim that you are on an errand, a divine errand, and until that errand is complete, you have this as an explanation. Oh, oh, by the way, Flux, Anubis didn't curse him.
It seems to be an unfortunate
Yeah,
thing.
unfortunate side effect.
That
He was at the
and
wrong place at the wrong
being
time. Or rather, he was at the
and
wrong place at the right time, unfortunately.
being the jackal is just a coincidence.
Mhm.
Ramesu says, "Very well, thank you," and sits there, not expectingly,
Okay.
but
So,
knowing that he's not really where he is.
okay, cool. Uh, does Ramesu realize how to undo the curse?
He has an idea.
Okay. Like what is
Um,
the idea?
the idea is finding those who,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, created that sacrilege in
Yep.
the tomb.
Absolutely. Like
Um,
you can like ask that for confirmation. Like you can have like ask that confirmation or anything
I
else.
I think it's not pride,
Mm-hmm.
is the fact that Anubis didn't say it outright.
Mm-hmm.
I think he expects Anubis to either tell him, or for Anubis expects him to find it out by himself.
That's
Uh,
a great. That's a great. That's a great. That's a great reasoning. I approve.
it's like I'm a lesser being,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
like far be it from me to tell Anubis what I'm supposed to
Oh
know.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
he did state, Remesu did state, what should I do,
Mm-hmm.
and all that other stuff about what is permitted, and so he'll keep it at that.
Okay.
So
So Anubis would say, Anubis would wait and see that Ramesu has no any further questions, and Anubis would add Ramesh, you will find that now that you have this affliction with you, you will find that strange occurrences are likely to occur more around you and related to you than otherwise.
That doesn't floor him.
Mhm.
He expected some connection. That's
I,
something that he has to deal with.
if you have no further questions, then I will return you to where you were.
He just nods.
One last thing, Ramesu. I would I would offer an advice to try to solve and undo the curse soon, because once it takes effect, your car will not be allowed entry into the duat. You will be forced to roam the mortal world without peace for eternity. And as he says that, the your sight just completely fills with fog, and then it immediately opens, and you find yourself, your eyes open, and you find yourself where you went to bed after being bandaged and stuff, because you got hurt badly with the barns and everything.
Right.
Mhm. So you find yourself awake in your bed or wherever you went to sleep. It doesn't really matter, I guess. So cool. That's your scene. Awesome. Moving on to someone else's scene. Ooh, Maya. Maya. Question.
Yes.
After like the whole debacle of the thingy that happened yesterday, well, with the fire Uruk, after like your um fellow teammates leave, what do you do
Mhm.
with the broken pieces of the ancient Sumerian lamp?
Well, I'm gonna keep them, obviously.
Good, thank you. Okay, awesome, very nice. Okay, yes, you can keep them. Like what
Yeah.
does Maya hope to achieve from them? Like what is the reason she's keeping
Mhm. She doesn't really know yet. She just likes to keep those kinds of trinkets, and the hope is that maybe one day she'll find out more about it, how
them?
the magic works.
Like as
Maybe she can reassemble the lamp somehow, fix it, and
awesome, awesome. You do see that there are, although it shattered very like very well when it usually happens when a heavy sword strikes a fragile
yeah.
lamp. It kind of shatters really well, but as you keep pick up the pieces and slowly like store them in some like sack or something, you notice that the there are the broken like cuneiform letters that you almost translated and understood.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, but it's like now broken, so maybe it's something you can like look at over time and try to
yes.
recreate it, or at
That's
least
that's
if
what she's
not
trying
recreate
to
it
do.
fully, just try to recreate the note down the inscriptions, because
Yeah,
you did
see
have
if
three
there's
inscriptions.
maybe anything she missed, or if it's like different to the inscriptions she found on the scroll that
Okay,
helped her.
neat.
If
Are
there's
you
maybe a difference
express
or
like
something.
are you expressly like trying to look at that right now as you're doing that,
Not
because
right,
you
not right now
oh,
because the lamp
oh,
is broken and I think it
okay,
would have to get fixed first.
yeah, and you also have like very badly burnt, so
Yes, yes,
okay.
and there's a whole mess in the library that she probably
Absolutely, yeah.
has to take care of.
Okay, cool, cool, absolutely. So you can keep that in your haven and totally just totally keep it in your haven.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome. Next day. next day, as you come into work a bit late, your house is like next, like near the library, right?
Yes.
Awesome, cool. All right. So as you come home, as you come to the library a bit late, um, but like later than normal, you are bandaged up. In like a lot of your burns are covered. There are bombs, like on parts of your hands and stuff where you got burned.
Hmm.
So as you come in and like go to your section of the library and start to work, because you're a freaking nerd, you don't care about days off. That doesn't exist. Those don't exist. You just go back to work because you're a nerd. Okay. You see that on your table is a letter.
Oh, nice.
It is addressed by whatever Kalias addresses you by.
Well, I'm gonna read the letter. What does
Okay.
it say?
So it is addressed to you. It's from Callias. You can easily
Yeah.
tell by like
I know his writing.
yeah, his writing. Absolutely. So yeah, he's like stating that he's went to he's went out to the far like west and saw the Atlantic again. Yeah, and always seems so excitable about like everything, like about the world and meeting like its various places. Talked with some people that apparently made a trip through like beyond the Atlas Mountains. So that's very exciting. Like make a writing. One important thing that he writes is that he will be arriving next
Ooh.
week.
Oh boy.
Your favorite husband, your only husband,
My
is going to.
only husband.
Yeah, that's why he's the favorite. Will be arriving next week.
Nice.
He doesn't give any reasoning, but he just says that he's very excited to see you because, like,
Yay.
when was the last time the two of you saw each other?
Oh, it's been a while, I think.
A few years?
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure they've seen each other since she came to Alexandria. So yeah, it would have been like 2 to 3 years.
Okay, nice. Like, I imagine he gives you a letter like every few months.
Yeah, they write regularly.
Awesome, awesome. Very cool. All right. So, yeah, he'll be arriving next week. He's hoping that the letter won't be delayed. that
So he could be standing in front of the door right now.
No, but he does give you like the date of his arrival, expected arrival. So it is 1 week from like right now. So he's hoping that the letter will reach you before he actually has to arrive in person. But because the postal ship might get
Yeah.
shipwrecked or something. It came in a postal ship. So yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
that's so great. Yay! Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. All right. So that's kind of it for. Sorry that Maya has a smaller scene, but
Oh,
it
that's okay.
it sets up cool things. Gamila.
Yes.
Okay, you were not totally injured, and you only sprained your ankle.
Yeah.
So today,
Yes.
so the next day in the evening, after like a day of you mostly had fish handle the goat herding today.
Mm-hmm.
So in the evening, you and Gartha, your sister, are in
Yes.
the town market
Okay.
I don't know what you're buying. I don't know. You can tell me what.
Probably groceries, I guess.
Dude, you farm.
I still need the.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh
true though.
yeah.
Like yeah. Oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I still need salt and sugar, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's true. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And
yeah. Oh, okay. For
Also,
the
aren't they primarily like sheep farming or something and not like actually
I think like they're serfs, like tenured farmers. So yeah, and the goat herding is like a side profession that Gamela
Yeah.
is given
Okay.
like control of. It's not the only, like, they're a farming family, but they don't have too many family members, so it's kind of rough on them, but they can manage, etc.
Yeah.
Neato. So all right, so you and Gartha are here, and um, what is Gartha asking you about? Like Gartha is mostly like talking about, I guess, like what is she talking about? Have you told her about your recent, activities, or any of your
Uh,
family?
I have told my sister, but definitely haven't told my mom, because mom would kill me.
Okay, so Gartha is saying a lot of while I was out in the field today, I heard a lot of the farmers talking about the avatar of Anubis and stuff. I'm guessing that's your friend that you hang out with, Ramesu.
Yeah, he accidentally had to transform in the middle of the street yesterday.
Like what? Oh, okay, out of character. What does? Okay, not out of character. What does Gamila internally think that is Ramesu actually the avatar of Anubis, or is he only claiming?
I mean, okay, Gamila would probably do not believe, but he looks like Anubis, but
Hmm.
so maybe there's a chance.
Okay, cool.
He hasn't fully explained the scenario to
No,
her, so
awesome.
she trusts Rameses is telling the truth, but the same time she has her doubt.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so Gartha kind of like leans over to you and asks, "So is it true? Is he really the avatar of Anubis?"
Well, he kind of announced that he's the avatar of Anubis, so I don't know. Maybe yes. I'm not sure, but he say he is, but I mean he's actively saying it out loud. Like I mean, Anubis could get mad at him, but I I don't see thunder raining down on him. So
Hmm.
I guess it makes sense.
Hmm. Do, do you know he often, like, I've heard he often like takes sneaks a peek at you if every time like you're
What?
nearby.
Well,
So I've heard. So
sneak.
I've heard. So I've heard.
Cough,
I mean,
cough,
I
cough.
haven't actually seen him do that myself.
I mean, it's.
Who told her?
I mean, we
That's a good
are
question. You
neighbors,
may want to
right?
ask
So
her if you
he's
want.
probably in the vicinity. So I guess he's always around because he's near our house.
Hmm. The families not really stay that close to town. They mostly stay near their ward, I guess. And at this point, like while like she's trying to think about the answer, like, oh, hello again. You hear like
Hi.
right next to you, and as you turn, you see it's the young scholar that you managed to save the last session by. I think, did you like punch someone? One second. You punch them away from the thing lamp. One sec. Uh,
Did
Oh,
I
oh, oh, yeah,
punch
yeah, yeah,
someone?
yeah. No, no, no. This is the person that was initially like about to be put by the like eaten by the Udug in the library,
Ah, okay.
but when Farmi used telekinesis to push them out of the smoke to safety, and then like you basically like explained to her that there's a smoke thing attacking people, and when the smoke thing was attacking another fellow scholar, and like this
Ah,
is when Ramesu came out transformed into the jackal form and tackled the other scholar to safety and scaring this lady scholar running away from the library in fear.
yeah. I remember.
This is the
Oh, hi.
this is the lady scholar. Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi. Are you alright? Last time I was seeing you, you were almost
Yes.
gonna burn to death.
Yes. I'm. I. I apologize for running out yesterday. Like you can tell they're like a scholar and they're like much. They're actually younger than you. They're a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Like probably like I imagine 15 or 16 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah, like a very young scholar, like apprentice obviously. So it's yeah. So no, I'm sorry. I ran out after I saw your friend who's apparently the avatar of Anubis. I got scared and ran out, but Nehev explained the situation to me. So hello. I guess we've never really been introduced. Hello, my name is Samira.
Oh, hi, I'm Gamila. Well, you're a scholar, I'm a goat herder.
Nice, and you are. And your
Ah, it,
sister Gartha
yes.
says, I'm Gartha, I'm a farmer, I'm her older sister. So, yes. Hmm.
Ah, I mean, okay, this is funny because Camila is quite outspoken, but this time she's quite
Oh,
awkwardly in the spot because her sister is beside her and she doesn't know
Yes,
how to react.
that is so
yes, yes.
cute.
Your sister probably gets the idea. Okay, I think I saw some cheap fishes over there. I'm going to go check out. And obviously excuses herself to head towards the fish section.
I said, sorry. What was your name again? I didn't get it the first time.
Samira, are you afraid of your sister?
Oh no, it's not like afraid. It's just how do you say it? It's like the feeling when your pair they're like your parents is hovering over you, that kind of thing.
But she's just
Yeah,
your sister.
I know. She's basically mom and her just raised me as it is, so I kind of treat her as my second parent. So what's up? I mean, you buying fish?
Well, yes, I'm here to buy fish for my family. I wanted to thank you properly for saving me, though I don't know how you did it because I was somehow pushed out of the fire. Uh,
Oh, it wasn't me. It was my other friend. I think it was. I'm not sure which one helped you. I just stood there while you were gonna burn, essentially.
what
And I
was
was just.
that? What was that? I know Neheb said something about a fire demon, but he's pretty shaken up himself. So
Yeah. We kind of remember the guy who got burned in the docks.
the the soldier.
Yeah, apparently it came from one of the shipments. Got it from somewhere else. It was a lamp that got shipped with. Basically, it killed one of the sailors, and then when the soldiers were ship taking the shipment off the both.
Okay. Oh. I've heard of. Oh, yes. My father was talking about that. The Impura trireme had that whole
Yeah,
situation happen. No, I.
yeah.
No, sorry. My apologies. I was mostly asking what was that.
Oh, well, we didn't exactly know what it is. I mean, you could ask my friend Maya, the one who works for the library. She's the
You're
one who
friends with
figured it out.
Maya.
Yes.
Oh, she's amazing. She's so good. She's always coming in. I just saw her this morning, and she had so much burn and bandages over her, but yet she came in and went to work. Like,
Wait, she went to work? I told her not to come to work.
Oh, she's such an inspiration to us all apprentice scholars. I wish I could be like as dedicated to her someday as her
Oh,
someday.
stop. You're making me blush.
You're not even here, and this
So
freaking wannabe
somewhere in the
nerd,
library,
this freaking
somewhere in the
wannabe
library,
nerd,
Maya blushes and she doesn't know why.
this wannabe nerd wants to be like you. It says like hero worships you. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Maya
She,
doesn't even know who she is.
Yeah, totally. That seems normal. So, Camilla, what do you do as you find out this woman sees your friend as a some sort of
she's gonna say, "Oh yeah, she's really, really intelligent, and she's really, actually really pretty too. I mean, I didn't realize it first, and then I don't know how it came to me. Just whoa, she's really pretty.
uh
Uh, yeah, I just
she's kind of like staring at you right now as you're saying
oh,
that.
uh, Gavila is really, self-conscious right now. I mean, yeah, it's weird. I say that. I'm just curious because is she married? I mean,
I don't
my sister's single. I mean,
I,
my sister's 27. Like, I mean,
I
You're
don't know if
supposed to
she's mad.
flirt with her, not with
Wait,
me through her.
wait, aren't you her friend? Don't you know if she's married?
I we kind of always forgot to ask personal questions because when we meet up, it's usually for those kind of businesses.
Oh, oh, what kind of business? Like, do you go around? I thought you said you were a goat herder. Do you just go around defeating demons?
I not exactly defeating demons, more like research stuff when weird things happen. Because goats are expensive and they're kind of the first one missing when those kind of monsters are out.
Oh, okay, okay. I see. I see. Yes, yes, they are very interesting. I'm trying to figure out because I want to like research what was going to kill me because I think that that thing was going to kill me and um there was no I didn't see any pattern to it, so I'm trying to figure
Oh,
that out.
well, if that's the case, why don't we just go to Maya's? Because she might need help in figuring what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, just
I
introduce it to
no,
her.
I can't approach her like that. No, no, no. She's so like no. I'm only an
Uh,
apprentice, and not even like I don't even know if she's interested in the field of study I'm studying in.
uh, well, I mean, it's well.
Wait. Do you know if she's interested in mathematics?
Could you repeat that again? I didn't hear the last one.
Okay. Samira asks you, do you know if she's interested in mathematics?
Ew.
I mean, I'm not sure, but she's a nerd, so I guess she has. Um, I guess I'm not keen with reading and stuff. So when she pulls out a scroll, I kind of look away. It hurts my brain. I'm not sure. Why don't we just
Oh, oh,
ask
oh,
her
oh,
herself?
oh, I'm so sorry. Do you not know how to read?
Oh, I know how to read and do math, simple math. But the thing is, when it comes to complicated things, I kind of have the attitude of if I don't use it, why bother?
But math is so math is so beautiful. Like right now I'm studying. Okay, I need to quickly look up the name of the things. 1 second. Okay. What is the word? I think I know the word. Okay. Mm,
Arithmetic.
nope. 1 second.
Geometry.
No, 1 second. This is the word. There are words. There are words. Okay, 1 second.
The thing before arithmetic.
No. 1 second. Just 1 second.
We're just throwing out math things
Just,
now.
just give me a sec. There are words. There are words. A logos. A logos. There we go. A
Ah.
logos. Okay. I'm studying a
Um.
logos. Um. Samira tells.
A logos. Yes, I don't know what that is.
Yes, most people don't. This is actually this was discovered by the great Pythagoras.
Okay. Um. You
Logos
know what?
is
Yeah. Keep talking. We're gonna walk towards the library
yeah,
now.
and she basically starts explaining irrational numbers because logos is irrational numbers. Like
Yeah.
square root of 2 and square
Gamila.
root of 3 and that kind of stuff. So yeah, she just
Gamila
explained
right
to you
now
and
is
you
very distracted.
yeah. Like she just starts like talking nerdy stuff, just explaining what that is. Like you know how if you have a square with integer sides and it just doesn't even realize
Mhm.
that you have no idea what
Mhm.
he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm just repeating those words that I hear, like integer, yes, I understand, yes, no, two, yes. Yeah, if you do this and you do that now, okay, I understand now. Keep talking, go ahead.
this, this will last for like half an hour
Oh
until
my god.
until Gartha eventually finds you. You're probably just like right now sitting on a barrel, just about to fall asleep.
Yes.
I have. She's 15 years old, so she's probably cute. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's a
How
young,
how
like,
how old how old was Camilla?
I
20.
think I'm 21. Oh, okay, 20.
Okay, I can't ship it.
You you can. Oh no, she's 21. You can totally ship it. You can totally ship it. There was no age here.
I'm yeah, I know.
I know. But yeah, like, yeah, and she is a scholar, so yeah, like she's still going, and Gartha's like, I'm so sorry to disturb you, but it looks like my sister is very tired today, and you probably just wake up like as at hearing your sister's voice.
Yeah, I wake up. Huh? Yeah, tangerines. Oh no. What were we talking about again? Sorry.
And Samira's like, oh, of course, I'm so sorry. I'm holding up your time. I have a tendency to ramble. My mother always tells me to not talk about my work in public, but I just can't help myself. I get so excited. I I will I will see you the next time you visit the library. You just like drop by the mathematics section. I'm usually there.
Sure. Great. Yes, I will be there whenever I will visit you there whenever I go to the library.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your sister is a great listener. She says to Kartha, and then I get so.
Yes. As soon as she is far away enough, I'm gonna say, why does it had to be math? Why?
What?
What?
What? What about
What?
math?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Gartha just says, "What about math?"
You know, whenever we study back in the day, I usually just zone out whenever my mom teaches us math.
Well, you need to know about math, otherwise that's why that's why I always have to do the haggling because you forget to add properly in the market.
Hey, I know basic math, but have you heard her talk about math for like 30 minutes?
was 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 she talking about
Um,
math? I thought she was talking about some ancient magic sorcery or something.
No, she's talking about math. And she was talking about numbers. You have no idea. You should have come back with less 10 minutes, but not 30 minutes.
Well, I thought you were talking to her. I didn't realize she would bore you.
Oh, she wasn't boring me. It was fun. It's just that the
Sure, sure.
topic
She
was
wasn't boring you. You were just almost falling asleep just because it was so exciting.
yes,
Come
it
on.
was.
Mother is waiting. Come on. She just like grabs, like she's bigger than you. She just puts a hand on your shoulder and basically drags you along.
Hey,
Come
hey,
on,
heavy.
little
It's heavy.
sister. Mother
Stop.
is
I could
waiting.
walk myself.
Of
Okay,
course you
your
can.
hands are heavy.
Of course you can. I seem to recall you have a sprain in your leg. So no, you can't walk yourself. Come on. She just
Okay,
keeps dragging you
fine.
along.
Stop dragging me.
Right. So, that was your scene. And lastly, we have Farmy. Yay, Farmy. Alright, Farmy, this is like, are you taking the day off the next day because you got burned pretty badly?
I'm just probably just taking it easy.
Okay, cool. You're probably like sitting down at the armory, letting all your all the other workers mostly handle the thing again. You're just sitting at the table.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it. Awesome. All right. So yeah, a little while later, you see the Philakitai Alpheus walking to you,
Who?
walking towards the armory. The Philakitai, the sheriff at the docks, who was investigating the murder in the last mystery.
Alright, that guy.
Yeah, that guy that you all just said that they're terrible at their job. Yeah, he's walking up to you.
Hello, sir. Is
As you
there a
see
problem?
him, he just waves at you, like gives a friendly wave.
Get up. Walk towards him. Hope I don't get blindsided by someone. And then say what I just said earlier.
Oh, you got badly burnt yesterday dealing with that demon. Is everything all right?
Peachy.
Why don't you take a seat? I won't like. Uh, well, why don't you take a seat? You don't have to get up.
I was just doing that just now, but okay.
So yeah, you sit down and so I heard what happened at the library. Things could have gotten really bad. Library, I heard library could almost burn down.
I heard.
Like he's trying to make small talk. Okay. What does Farmi do when he realizes that he's just trying to make some sort of small talk before he would actually engage in why ever he's here?
He doesn't. He just gets to the point.
Okay, what are you saying?
Is there a reason why you came to me?
Well, not really. I've mostly got in contact with Doros, and he told me to convey a message to your team.
I'm interested.
Doros is very grateful for you handling this quickly, your team handling this quickly and quietly, and he's mostly curious if he has the soldiers and military, his other units having information about similar strange occurrences. Will your team be willing to investigate such matters in the future?
Depends. We just investigate them just because of just coincidence. coincidence and interest.
So so look, I'm mostly here to convey his word. If he like if he hasn't like this isn't anything official. I'm just doing him a favor for like what went down yesterday. So that's all. Your
Well,
dark
I'll
side.
talk to my
You know
team.
what? You know what? Thank you, Janine. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so proud of you, Janine. You're great because you reminded me that his dark side is it's greed for power. God damn it, man! It's not greed for money. Damn it! I can't have that thing happen. God damn it. Okay.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Get wrecked. Get
Get
wrecked.
wrecked. Get wrecked, me. So yeah. Um he's just mostly asking. He's like there's no like he says that there's nothing official because this is not the things that there are any official word on, but Doros is mostly having me just ask in his stead since he is mostly the the dealing with the fallout of this, trying to figure out who was responsible for bringing
Yeah,
the
especially
cursed
with
lamp on
the
board. He has,
especially
however,
with the
figured out where it came on board specifically. It was in
oh
the
really?
town of. I need to look up my notes. It was in the town of. Where are you? Where are you? I wrote it down. God damn it, man! I literally wrote it down, and now I can't find it.
What was it that time called? Lagos?
The town of Tyre, the city of Tyre in the
Hmm.
Syrian kingdom, in the Seleucid kingdom. Yes, it's called Tyre. Tyre. Tyre.
Look for it on the map. Hold on.
Oh,
It's not on here.
it's literally in Turkey.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, Tyre, Syria.
that's
Yeah, you can see it.
that's a bit away,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's well. Oh, are you asking that in character?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. No, not really. That's where the Ipura trident was stationed. The Ipura trident was stationed at Tyre and the various other Seleucid ports.
Oh,
It
you're
was
waiting for my response. Alright then. I have
what?
nothing to say that. I'm just waiting for his more in response.
Well, he just replied that Tyre was one of the ports that Ipura trident was stationed at.
Yeah, just like awkward pause from him and just like then just waiting for him for more of his stuff.
There isn't any obvious stuff. He's waiting for you.
No, I'm just waiting for him to talk more. I'm just like I'm not the one who's talking. I don't have anything to talk. I hate small talk.
He's waiting for you to respond because his original question is still like unanswered. It's like it's he realizes it's awkward, but he's also not sure if he should talk, and he's like, mm, mm,
Well, yeah, and that my
like
character is just forcing the awkward silence.
like um. Well, I'll let Doros know that you said that you're not opposed to the idea. Is that sound okay?
And I'll let my team know. My
Good,
friends know.
good,
We're not a team yet.
good, good. Okay. Um. Uh. Thank you again for the dealing with the situation so quickly yesterday at your own health's
It's
expense.
it's no problem. Well, actually, we most of us got hurt very badly, so it was some problem.
And
Oh,
yep. So
yeah, you just go ahead.
at this point you basically have one of the sailors kind of run up to the Philakitai, starts complaining about some debacle with a fisherman and argument, and is like, I better handle this. And he runs off after it because he's the freaking sheriff. He has to deal with this.
Alright, and now time to go back and mull over this manifesto.
Yes, awesome. So yeah, these are the 4 solo scenes that I had that took like an hour and 5 minutes. So good, awesome. Hey, it's almost like it's like Maya, Camilla, Farmi, and Ramesu all are socially so awkward. It's amazing that you
Yeah.
4 even became friends.
We're a great team.
How were you
No,
even?
no one knows how to talk to people. It's great.
I was just trying to be like this intense person who doesn't like to talk, but my own awkwardness is just seeping through.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine, fine, fine. It's totally fine. I mean, you can totally say he's just hurt and like he's injured, he's still in pain, he's not in the mood for small talk. It's totally fine. Understand. All right, cool, 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 cool. Absolutely. Okay. Ramesu, it is the next morning after the whole incident with your thingamabob. Thingamabob. Oh, sorry. So this is just the thing. Okay. Now the as the 4 like initial scenes kind of end, we have finally the title card and the intro of this episode that finally begins. Yeah. So yeah, the intro begins. We have mysteries of the sand, etc., etc., and now we focus on to basically a little distance away to the south of uh from Alexandria, like about 20-30 kilometers from the city. Out in the south, it's near like a rocky, hilly area with very like few shrubbery near it. There's a crypt entrance on the ground. Above ground there's like incense and stuff in front of it, a little distance away from the main road. um yeah, it's like this way, like farther down, further like about 20 kilometers, 25 kilometers down that way. So yeah, um so yeah, it's a crypt, and there's like an entrance, and like we see there is a crypt keeper who's kind of dozing in front. It is very early morning, the sun hasn't risen yet, it's like very early dawn. The sky is still quite dark, and we suddenly see, like, quietly, but very like afraid, we see this um we see this young woman rushing out of the crypt, and like jumping over the rock wall to the side, not taking the main road, which would have them run past the guard, and just running by into the outside the camera. And now we see, like, from the camera point of view changes, and we see the camera slowly, like, it's like no longer a steady cam, it's like a shaky cam effect coming out from inside the cave entrance that goes down to the crypt. And it's quiet, like completely quiet. There's no like movement noises, but obviously this is showing the point of view of something that is coming up to the sleeping crypt keeper. And it slowly, like it's like a small, like a trudging walk, so it's like there's it's kind of boring, honestly, because it takes like 30 seconds for the entire scene to take place from the shaky cam point of view. But it happens, and the whatever it is goes to the goes to the crypt keeper, and then the camera like quickly cuts away to show the road, and there's suddenly this large yell of the crypt keeper in pain. Ah! The scene cuts. It is the next morning after Ramesu had the dream. Yay! so expected that it's just like it has to be a mummy, right? It has to be a mummy, Okay, Ramesu,
Can you do a mystery thing in ancient Egypt without a mummy?
out of okay, I will tell you right now, it is meta knowledge, but the reason that this fictional show is famous is because it never does a mummy. It's never a mummy.
No.
It's never a
No.
mummy.
Just wait. At some point, I'm gonna play a monstrous character myself, and it will be a mummy.
like okay.
It's
Well,
an ancient lord.
okay,
Be
okay, let's
look.
begin.
Oh,
Let's begin properly. Okay, so yes, Ramesu, it's been like a few days. All of you are completely fine. You are no longer harmed because your harm has been healed because it's been a few days. You've been healed.
How many days? When is my husband coming?
Say it's been like 3 or 4 days. Your husband is coming in like 5 days, I guess, or something.
Okay.
Seems fine. All right, cool, awesome. Let's go. All right, so I know we have some moves. Let me look at the moves for beginning of each
Yes.
mystery. We have Maya move, right? Yeah, woman with the plan. Roll
Yeah,
that.
it's roll sharp. Okay,
It is
okay.
roll sharp, I think. A woman with the plan is roll sharp. Yes.
This move has never worked for me. I hate it.
It gives you experience. It gives you experience.
I,
It just
I I have not once succeeded on that roll so far.
you know it'll happen someday, maybe. We'll see.
Statistically, it has to.
Well, okay, technically it doesn't have to, but it's likely to. I love it. It's a 6. It's like, haha, get wrecked.
Yeah.
Okay, all
So
right.
close.
Okay.
Hmm.
Hey, Janine, you will never fail a helping roll anymore. Like literally
Yes.
unable to. You
Yes,
are
I do.
Unless
literally
unless it's out of combat, I think, right?
yes. Like
Oh yeah, that will
yeah.
be
Oh,
really
okay, okay.
funny. Glad to have that.
When fighting a monster, you will never fail to help someone. Not once. You will never fail to help someone if you're actively engaging in a combat with a paranormal enemy. All right, let's begin. Okay, so it's been a few days. Ramesu, what have you like done after your like thing with your session with Anubis? Like, what have you done? Like, what has changed with Ramesu? You've been injured and you've been healing, but what have you done in the meanwhile? I guess.
Absolutely nothing. Um, let's
Well,
see. I've probably checked on
hmm
my family,
hmm
see if they're doing okay.
they
Um,
they're okay. They're doing decently fine.
I've probably returned to the disturbed crypt site
hmm
to see if I can learn anything new about it.
Oh,
Um,
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Do you want to roll how you're investigating this?
sure.
Absolutely, sure.
Um,
Give me a.
I will shapeshift
Okay,
and
absolutely.
use my weird awareness to try to
Uh,
figure out
yeah,
something.
sure, totally. Roll, roll investigate a mystery with a +1. So that will be a with a 2d6 +1. Just roll. You have a 0 sharp. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean,
You're not the
that's what
investigative
I
type.
do.
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't learn
Hmm.
anything.
Well, you think you didn't learn anything. Let me actually see if there's any. Okay, you reveal some information to adversaries with whomever you return. Okay, you're not talking to anything. All right. Okay, okay, okay. You can still ask me a general question.
Is there any evidence
Well, the evidence is the same as before. Like, what basically happened last time is you heard the kerfuffle happening inside. You quickly ran in, and you saw at least some like you saw. Why don't you tell me how many people you saw to run away?
3.
Okay, cool. You saw three people running away, and you were about to go after them when something, like when the whole world just started spinning and you just fell onto the floor. That was basically the curse taking effect. That now you know. So, like, beyond that, you're not sure what's
I
like.
just know that one looked like Camilla, one looked like Maya, and one looked like Fermi. So that's
You know that's not actually true, but
the
it's,
this that's a joke. It's a
I
joke.
know. I see.
I was actually trying to scare the other PCs into thinking that I was gonna kill them, but okay.
Yeah, I was like, have I done something that I don't remember?
No, no,
Damn.
Yeah,
it's
and
not.
also I'm just
It,
like,
it's
I mean, I
well,
not.
this
wouldn't
is
put it
normal.
past
It's
Maya
not
to
the
rub
three
like
of
a
you.
grape
It's
or
not the three
something.
of you. That was an out of character joke, but yes. Okay. Okay. Cool. 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 Why don't you like if failing to find anything here? You realize that since this crypt has been like part of your family's like duty for generations, you might have some luck asking your parents about what is here, like what could have been stolen.
I guess that could be a good question if they had anything to do with the embalming of that person. So yeah.
Okay, so are you like approaching them like we can like have you asked them what was here, like who was here after the after you got hit with the cars and after like the
Mm,
robbery took place?
no, I think it was such
But you did
a
inform them of the
crazy series of events.
you did inform them of the robbery, right?
I don't think so. I don't think I
Oh,
even
okay,
got
okay,
that
yeah,
far.
yeah, that's great. Okay, okay, so it is like a little distance away from the usual crypt. It's like an old one. It's usually
Right.
like hidden away from the mountainside, and you happened like you would normally not see it, but you happened to be looking in the general direction when you saw some people like near the rock entrance, like trying to like move the rock, and by the time you came up here, up the short hill, they were already inside. So yeah. Oh, okay. So you can go ask your parents what's going on. Yeah, you like try to like approach them with this information. Your father is probably your father is probably like managing a scroll, like managing expenses and what's to buy, what needed for the next since this is the yeah.
So I just enter the room
Hmm.
and wait till he acknowledges my presence.
Yeah, he's looking at you, and like the moment like you entered the room, he sees you and is like while he's doing the thing, he's like, Ramisu, how is everything?
Um, as good as they can be, I did want to tell you something.
I think I know what you want to tell me, but yes, he quickly like finishes up the scroll, like puts a marking on it, and just keeps it down with some like something, some paperweight, like literally a piece of rock. Like yes, turns to you. Yes, please have a seat.
So he says,
Hmm. You're both like sitting on the ground. Yeah. So it's like yes.
"Do you know of the crypt that is further away, the older one?"
Um, he looks like kind of perplexed because this is clearly not something he was expecting you to say. He's like, "Oh, that's not what I was." Yes, yes, I know about that crypt, the old one. that's not used anymore. Hasn't been for a long time.
Well, it was recently robbed.
What? When?
Um, about a week ago.
Okay,
I don't
I
think
need
I
to look
go
up
a
how
week
long this
ago.
was ago. No, I need to quickly look up how long how long ago this was. Actually, okay. I don't know how long ago this was. It was more than a week. I think it was about say 15 to 20 days at least.
Okay, so more than 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's okay. It's like I know we're using weeks because we need that even though ancient Egypts don't have that, we just forced to use it because it's such a useful measurement system. But yes, that's one thing that the show got, this fictional show got flack for, is that hey, ancient Egyptian actually didn't use weeks, and the creators of the show was like, yeah, okay, we need to use weeks. Okay, people understand
We have
weeks.
an audience,
We have
right?
an audience, yes. They also didn't have, fire demons, so give us something. Let us do some anachronisms. Okay. All right, so yes, he says, and how did you find out today?
No, a lot of things have been happening, and I was unable to tell you about it.
Is this related to the rumor I've been hearing in town that you're now claiming to be the avatar of Anubis?
Oh, that was
It
quick.
it doesn't necessarily no, but yes.
No, but
That's
yes.
that doesn't. Ramesu, are you all right? Is everything all right with you?
Are you asking me if it's true? Because you can ask me if it's true.
I'm not. I'm not sure I'm ready to. I'm not sure I'm ready for an answer to that question, so I'm not asking you yet.
Yet.
I will tell you that
Why didn't is this why you didn't come to me sooner about the robbery? It is our responsibility, our family's responsibility to watch over these crypts, and if if that one has been robbed, then we have been neglectful in our duties.
that was part of why I didn't come to you right away is because I was trying to continue our duties,
By doing what exactly?
trying to find out who did it and protect the crypts that
Re-
are of
re-
our stead.
okay, 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 all right. So what? So have you found any lead?
Other than that, it's 3 people, and what they have possibly taken, I'm unsure, but I do have this sword. He shows his father.
Huh. This is this is old design. This is not a present day sword, I think. This is very old design. It's from the old kingdom. Did you find it in the tomb? In the crypt?
Yes,
Like when you came to, the sword was right there in front of you. That's what like it happened.
yes, that's what happened.
Cool. Right. So, hmm. Interesting. Okay. So have you? So what? I guess what? Why? So what do you want to know about that?
If you can give me possibly any information of what
I
was
don't.
inside that tomb.
I don't. I don't actually know who is inside that tomb or what. It's been in our family for. It's been guarded by our family for generations, and I don't. I don't. I think the last person who was buried there was over 200 or 300 years ago. My I don't think even my grandfather saw anyone actually being buried there. So this is someone very old and powerful was probably buried there, which is why I guess that robbers thought it would be a place to rob. I don't know what is a chunipo.
It's an anime
Okay,
reference.
right. Right. So yeah. So your father says that he's not aware who's even buried there.
Okay. So I'll just continue trying to find out and restore the peace and solitude of that crypt the best that I can.
Hmm. Um, about these rumors, I've had many people approach me and your mother when she was in the market earlier about your recent claims, and what should I tell them? I don't. As I said, I don't think either of us are ready to know the facts yet. But what should we tell when people approach us?
That if they believe in the old ways, Anubis is alive.
Well, Lord Anubis will always be protective of those heading to the Duat, regardless of whether the old ways are believed or not.
Yes, but he says with like unshakable eyes looking straight at his father,
Mm,
I know it to be true.
father is a. Your father looks away after a second. Okay. Hmm. Uh, hmm. Very well. Well. Try your best to, I suppose, recover the items, or at least find some. Find, try to find out who were the perpetrators. It seems like your current status, whatever it is somehow related to this robbery, unless I'm mistaken. Mm, excuse me, I have to. I've heard just a while ago that one of my friends was injured in some manner, and I need to go check up on them. So he gets up. He's like, and right this moment, you saw that he was like preparing the checklist. For the checklist was mostly about stuff that he's now have in a sack, and he picks up the sack and starts heading out. Do you want to ask him anything regarding this or something?
Do you want me to come with you?
Do you remember my friend Kosei running the Greek crypt farther down to the south along the road, about 20, 25 kilometers down? Kilometer is
Yes, I
not a
remember.
thing that existed, obviously. We're anachronizing. Yes, well,
Ye-
he's.
yes, I.
I've heard that he was injured somehow. he was the messenger was uncomfortable, and I think I may need to visit him because the messenger seemed like he might be dying.
Right. Well, Alexandria is changing, and I'd feel more comfortable if I went with you.
Okay, so, sure, sure, yes, awesome, cool, excellent, neato. All right, it's that scene. We're going to have you head with your father farther down the south. You probably you just freaking go. I guess you have some. I don't know. You have some camels or something. I don't know how people
I
travel.
fly.
Shush. Anyway, moving on to Gamila and yeah, Gamila. Gamila, for the past few days, yeah, uh, Gartha has been. You know that Gartha has been, like Gartha has been trying to find a suitable like groom for some while now, a suitable husband or something.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's why she's been like talking her around, like, and the fact that her father kind of ran away has kind of like a not really a stigma, but kind of like not maybe something with the women of that family, something kind of like so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Camilla is very old to not be married by now.
yeah, Gartha is older still, and she hasn't been
Oh my
married. So
god.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
Yeah.
god.
yeah,
There was a stigma because of my stupid father. Yes.
yeah. So it's just like the family of three women, and it's like, well,
No
maybe
man.
something wrong with their
Scandalous.
family. That's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, just not good, not bode well. So yeah, Gartha, yeah. Now Gartha is definitely inspired by your mother, so she's not going to marry out of like but forced to marry like someone who's going to run away. So she's going to be careful, but it's getting
Yeah.
frustrating for her, obviously. So
Yeah.
anyway, so yeah, so she often has you like to talk to other possible suitors. Usually you find out that they're
Yeah.
not interested and stuff. So anyway, yeah, so today is one of those situations. You've just, yeah, she's taking your shift with the goat herding and has you do
Yeah.
this thing, and you basically just like went to this farmer's house and just talked with them, and it's like, I'm just gonna go now because you're like, no, no, my sister was literally kill me first and then kill you
Yes.
because you're such a douche. So yes, so you basically ran out, and yep, you're, I guess you were like resting next to the road going down south when you hear like some of the travelers like coming towards Alexandria and like just
Mm-hmm.
talking. You overhear them. I keep telling you, this road is no longer safe. the, th- there's been 5 attacks already, and nobody knows what's going on. They're not getting any better. Like, well, and the other person says, well, nobody has died. No, no, you don't. And the first person says, no, you don't understand, it's worse. It's some kind of plague that isn't getting better. They're not dying, but they're not dead yet, but they'll definitely be dying, but they're not going to die in pain. And so yeah, they're just talking about like this something, attacks that been happening on this road a little south, about 25 kilometers to the south along this road.
Okay. I will
Camila,
probably
it's like,
sitting.
yeah, Camila, I know you wouldn't normally pay attention, but since you've already dealt with three weird things in your life already, one with your goats, one with the Minotaur, one with this smoke demon a few days ago, you're you're now slowly starting to notice these kind of weird claims often.
At the same time, having my sister pester me to helping her
Hmm.
find her groom,
Hmm.
it kind of like, no, I don't want to think about that
Mhm.
problem anymore. Give me something else, kind
Yeah,
of deal.
yeah, absolutely. So yes, so you hear this. So what do you do?
I'm right now I'm sitting by the side of the road,
Yeah.
just looking really serious, like, how do I fix my situation? And then I hear about that
Mhm.
situation, and I immediately pipe up and just start walking to the library.
Okay, okay, awesome, brilliant. Yes, good, great, awesome. Okay, go, go. I honestly, I don't think I have a hook ready for Farmy. I'll quickly check, but I don't think there is a hook for Farmy. 1 second.
That is super fine. They'll probably just come and get me anyway.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think this particular mystery has any hook for Farmy, which is fine. I will totally make a hook for you later in a later mystery. Like some mysteries are just better hooky for other characters, like for specific characters. For example, Maya has no hook for this. I was literally betting on Camila going to get her, and it worked.
I mean, we're kind of team now, so it makes sense that
Yeah,
we would
awesome.
think of getting each other.
I
Oh,
mean,
oh no,
first,
that wasn't this mystery. That was a general thing.
oh,
Like,
okay,
yeah,
that's the general thing.
yeah. This
All right.
mystery started, after that. That was like your solo scenes. So yeah. Okay, the camera will follow Gamila as she goes into town and heads into the Library of Alexandria. Nehev meets you
Yeah.
at the door. Good morning, Gamila.
As soon
He's
as you step inside the library, the serious face come off, and she goes with a smile. Good morning, Nehev. How's it going?
uh it's fine. It's fine. I've slowly come to terms with the fact that demons exist, and I've seen one in person, and one tried to eat me. And you
I
realize
will.
he's just like he's smiling now, but there's that nervousness in his eyes. It's just like
I
he was really
he's
I
freaked out.
will
close.
pat.
He's close to a mental breakdown.
Yeah, yeah, he's
Yeah.
just casually holding together. Because psychological therapy wouldn't be invented for 2000 years.
uh, yeah. Gamila smiling just pat him in the shoulder. Oh, don't worry. I mean, there's something going outside the city by the road, so best not to just walk there. I guess you're just, inside the city, so you don't
Well,
have to worry about anything
I wasn't
right now.
planning on leaving Alexandria, but thank you for telling me.
Good, good. Just don't walk off the path that is in front of the gate.
Follow the
Apparently,
yellow
there's
brick
something
road.
lurking there.
All right.
Ooh. And then
Okay.
I will walk away.
Wait, what do you say that like at the end there, Janine? I kind of missed it.
I, I say, apparently, there's something outside the city lurking, attacking people. So just don't, you know,
Okay.
take care, Nehev. And then I will walk away.
As you like turn around, his face just like behind your back, like the camera lingers on his face, and it just shows like utter abject horror.
Yes, I was aiming for that. Yeah.
Abject horror. Yeah.
Hodor.
Hashtag abject horror. Okay. Please
Yeah.
continue.
Before I go to Maya's, I will pop my head to the math department
Okay. You
and
see.
say hi to some.
Okay. You pop your head into the math department, and you see like you see Samira there, like like there's this huge scroll, like long scroll of papyrus open, and there's this large like stick on it, and she's using some sort of devices to measure some sort of thing on it. It's like it's large.
You,
It's like 20 feet long, and she's like kneeling on the floor trying to measure things on something, like on that
sh-
thing. She hasn't
she's
noticed you
gonna,
yet.
yeah, she's gonna wave and then realize that Samira is on the job,
Hmm.
and you see Gamila's face turn from delight to abject horror, and her eyes twitches.
It's surprisingly the exact same reaction Neheb had.
Yeah, and I will slowly back away from the math department.
As you back away from the math department, just as you move outside the vision, um, Samira looks up, looks at the door, thinking somebody was there, then sees nobody there, and shrugs and gets back to work.
And then just, like uh in a phase of panic, just oh yeah, going to Maya. Next time, just it's a good idea. Just pick my head, and then just hurriedly walk to Maya's basement.
Yes. Okay. Maya, what are you doing in your basement?
Ah, God. Just reading, seeing if I have anything else hidden away like the scroll that I found the last time.
Let's say, would you say, you're trying to slowly recover the ritual from the cuneiform in the broken vase, broken lamp?
I haven't gotten it fixed yet.
It probably will take some time. I don't think there will be any roll or anything. I think by the next mystery you'll have it figured out, or halfway through the next mystery you'll have it completed. So it's still halfway done. You're still going by the pieces, since you need to. It's like a broken jigsaw puzzle, and you need to
Yeah,
slowly jigsaw puzzle it
sure.
and then translate it. So
I'm working on that, just
yeah,
slowly piecing it back together.
yeah, because you're making some mistakes where you're thinking this piece connects to this thing, and then realize no, this connects to that thing. So, right, yeah, Maya, you run in. Sorry,
I
Camilla, you
I'm
run
don't
in.
already
I don't
there.
I don't run in and just pick my head in again, just hoping that I don't see the same scenario.
No, you see her
Okay.
working on the broken lamp pieces, shattered lamp pieces, writing down on the scroll next to her, slowly, writing down, then cutting something because she made a mistake, then trying again. It's a trial and error.
I see her try to paste those pieces together and just say, why don't you use high glue or something? It would be easier to paste it together.
Oh, hey Camilla, I didn't hear you come in.
Ah, yeah. You were pretty busy there, so I just
Yeah,
was.
it's complicated. Like, it's
Yeah.
a language I don't really know that well.
Oh, okay. So I kind of went here because I have couple news.
Oh, what kind of news?
One, uh, uh, it's pretty dire. My sister needs a new husband, and rather than that, I was sitting by the side of the road where most of the outside merchants was walking by.
The road heading down south and to the east. The east road out of the west road out of Alexandria heading south. This is the
Yes, the
west
west
road
road
heading
out
south.
of Alexandria, uh, basically there. So I was sitting there and thinking how the hell I would find her a groom, and then I,
Usually it helps to ask people.
yes, are you married?
Oh my
I Yeah, I am.
Oh,
I mean,
oh,
I didn't do the asking. My parents did the asking for me.
oh. I mean, wait, what? You're married?
Yeah. I'm Camilla, I'm 25. Of course I'm
I,
married.
I'm. Okay. Before we get out of this, I don't wanna think about that. Okay. Uh, Mission at hand. Yeah, I was sitting by the road, and then I heard something about people getting attacked.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently there's 5 people who have gone that road who were attacked and they weren't killed, but they were possibly plagued on.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so people are afraid to use that road now because of those stories. Apparently, it's not story because the people who got plagued are trying to fix the plague and they haven't done so.
Wow, that sounds like something we should investigate.
Yes, yes. I mean, I could probably find my sister, but I don't wanna.
Well, should we get the boys?
Yes, I need to ask them if they're married yet.
Set up Farmi with your sister. Do it. Wait, no. Even better. Set up Ramesu with your sister.
Well, I mean, I was talking about getting them to get their help in investigating this, but
Oh
okay,
yeah, I
but
mean, you mean
your
you
sister, okay?
why not do both? I guess. I mean, let's just go. This has been a hard day.
Okay, so let's just say like you and Maya head towards like Farmi's like armory again. Farmi, what are you doing? You've healed. You're fine. You're feeling fit and ready, and ready for anything. You're feeling fit again. Very cool and stuff.
Hold on, am I muted? No, I'm not, right? Yeah, no,
No,
I'm
no,
not.
we can hear you.
Probably still like just planning on such, figuring out the cost and expenses of it.
Awesome. You see the girls approach you.
Oh, I get up and go over to them. Hopefully not getting blindsided again.
Well, there is a mystery afoot, so I hope you have some time to spare.
What,
I raised
really
my
again? It was literally
Yes.
yesterday. It was a mystery.
yes. I heard people talking about what was that again?
5 attacks happening about a little distance away, about 25-kilometer to the south, out the west gate of Alexandria.
Yeah, that was both in character and out of character. I guess. Yeah, I
Wow,
explained
this
that.
town really is just trouble magnet, isn't it?
Yes, isn't it? Honestly, I picked the perfect city to live in. This is amazing. Nothing like
I
this ever happened back at home.
I worry about my future family, and I will walk inside the building and look through all the people, all the men in the workshop.
There's okay. I think this is Farmi's armory. Farmi, how many people work here? Not too many, I imagine, because it's just literally a warehouse.
20 or so. It's a military armory. Yeah.
Nice. So
Okay.
you're not the owner, right? You're just like one of the manager. You're just the manager, right?
Well, one of the office managers.
Okay, cool. Absolutely. Okay, so yeah. You see, there's like 20 or so people. It's the military.
Yeah, Gamila's eyes twitches and just walk back out like.
So, did you find a husband for your sister?
I just motion my hand to the weaponry and say, "Do you expect me to talk to every single one of them about sister? I don't even know any."
You could
And then
start. You know Farmi.
yeah, I
What's
was gonna
whispering over
say
there?
that. I mean,
What you whispering
farmer.
over there?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I'm just whispering. Are you married yet?
What
That
the?
is a very weird question, but no, I'm not.
I will. You see Camila take out a
Well, you will
scroll.
be soon, Fami.
You see Camila
Excuse
take
me?
out a scroll and write your name on it, and just say, "All right, I'm just gonna get back to this later, I guess."
I am worried where that will go, but alright.
She's trying to find a husband for her sister.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. Are you okay to, you know, bounce out of work now? Cause we're gonna get Ramisu too.
Hmm. The other manager is supposed to come here right now, I suppose.
Yeah,
May as well go now.
yeah, you can like leave a note that you went out early or something. It's fine. Totally.
Alright.
Neato. All right. Okay. So you guys are heading out of town. The out of town is. Are you going to go to Ramesu's place?
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Okay. Cool. Yeah. You head to Ramesu's place. Ramesu. Okay. Oscar. Ramesu like doesn't live with his parents, but it's still on the same grounds. Like he lives nearby, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you go to Ramesu's place and it's like, it's nobody's there. You do see his
I
like you see an older woman like doing housework like wiping the floors and stuff, like sweeping the floor stuff like nearby.
I knock on the door, even though it's open, I guess.
Okay, so is it? Oh, hello. Oh, you. Oh, I know you. You're Gamila.
Yes.
Hey,
Uh,
Ramesu. Does Ramesu talk about Gamila with his mother?
No.
Damn it! God damn it! Okay, then she would probably not know you.
But
Okay.
she knows they're neighbors, so
Okay, okay, cool. So she would know you. Okay. Hello. Yes, she does it. Yeah.
yes. Good morning. And Camila look at the sky. Yeah. Good morning. Um, is Ramesu home?
Oh no, Ramesu went with my husband to one of our old friends who's fallen ill.
Oh, he's
You can
fallen
come back
ill.
later. Hmm?
That friend, did he happen to travel the road outside Alexandria?
Oh, the road? No, he's a crypt keeper like us, like Ramesu.
Okay,
Hmm.
that's interesting. Where can we find them?
Well, he's the crypt he's at is located about 25 kilometers down south this way.
Is
Hmm.
it south west
It
east
is
west?
no, it is. She points down the road, the exact road you were going to head down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
And yeah, I was sitting there this morning.
what a coincidence, huh?
Wait, there is a coincidence.
Okay. Out of character, like you realize that there this the place you were going to investigate and the place where this woman is saying that Ramesu and her husband has gone to is probably the same place.
Yes, I know. I mean, Camila's getting on it. Like, oh, 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 yeah. Whoa. What a coincidence, I guess.
Well, let's go there, I guess.
Yeah, I say. Ma'am. I don't know your name, but we're gonna go get
Oh,
Rumesu, I
it's
guess.
I think I will say what her name is. I quickly gonna say, oh, it's Nefitali.
Okay. Miss Nefita will just go on ahead and meet Ramesu there.
Okay. And okay. Uh, all right. Yeah. Okay, one second. Wait. Uh, okay. Ramesh, how? Okay. Ask how perceptive is Ramesu's mother?
Um, she's younger than my father, so I
Mm-hmm.
would assume that she's possibly as smart as he is. I mean,
Okay. All
depending
right.
on how smart you need to be a crypt keeper.
Not
But
not very many. No, I'm
yeah.
I'm like street smart wise, like perceptive. That's what I'm saying. Like perceptive.
I think she's got a good brain.
Okay, cool. So, like, would she realize that you have a thing for Gamila?
You're trying to get there, Arya, huh?
I think my mother knows that there's a problem with me mentally. Um, she she may be cautious of my obsession of Camilla,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't done anything to her.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't like tried to own Camilla or anything. So I
Okay.
think my mother feels like it's okay, even though the obsession is a
Mm-hmm.
little bit strange.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Um,
Awesome.
I don't I don't love Gamilla. I'm obsessed with her. It's
Yes.
different.
Yes. That is definitely
It's
different.
kind of weird though about how
It is. It
obsession
is.
can lead to that.
We'll find out. We will find out what's going on. Wait, you are in love with her, right? Check quickly. Your backstory. Uh, First, you do have you're romantically obsessed with Glamela, who is completely unaware.
This is from my
Yes,
page.
yes, your page. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. So I wrote that differently. I guess I like the backstory option in the monstrous is the romantical obsession. I guess you didn't consider
Yeah,
that
I
part. Okay.
just
Okay. So
reworded it.
I will edit it. Okay, I will edit it. I don't need that because that is wrong information in my notes. I will correct that.
Is
Awesome.
that okay that I
No,
just took the option and changed it a little
yeah,
bit?
no, it's fine. Totally fine. Absolutely fine. Like you haven't done anything romantic, but that does change. Okay, that does change. Like in my head, where it was like like there were potential plot lines regarding that, but if you take that out, then those plot lines are you know
I
changed,
think
which
the
is fine.
issue is like to the audience,
Hmm.
like at first the audience is like, "Oh, he loves her. It's
Yeah.
puppy love." And then as the episodes start progressing, they're like, "That's unhealthy. There's something wrong there."
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. That's yes. Awesome. Cool. All right. So she looks at you, Gamela, and it's like okay. Nebita looks at you, Gamela, and it's like, hmm, um, what what are the three of you um. Why are you? May I ask why the three of you are looking for my son?
We're
We're a
investigating.
team.
A
Yes,
team.
they were both right.
We're an investigating team.
You're investigating team.
A team. Team.
Yeah.
TEAM.
No. Okay. She realizes that. She realizes that you're not willing to. Very well. It's very well if you don't want to tell an old lady what it's about. It's
I
like,
mean,
Alright,
but
cool. Let's
that's
go.
what we're
but
doing.
do
We're
but do
investigating
try to be
mysteries.
safe. Do try to be safe.
Never.
We
Don't listen to her. There's something
Camilla,
wrong with her.
Camilla. I it looks like your friends are unaware that the dangers could befall them on these streets, so I think it's up to you to keep them safe.
Yeah, I'm trying. Just sometimes they get out, I'm only one person, I guess. But I do try.
Okay,
So
so
yeah,
yeah,
we're going now.
yeah, we're going. Yep. All right. So since Ramesu has gone first, it is Ramesu's. The scene changes. So we see, uh, you have probably like hired some horses or camels or whatever, mules or something. I don't know. Go there, I
Yeah,
guess.
I will bring my spear.
Yes, that's totally fine. Absolutely.
And I'm gonna bring my new gust of feet.
Yeah.
Which can I actually just change into a crossbow, please?
No.
I
Sorry.
feel like it's way.
Sorry.
Nah.
Sorry. They don't.
I
Crossbows don't exist yet. You can have a gastrophetus, totally fine, but crossbows
Which
don't exist.
that's weird. Why is there a crossbow before a gust of feet?
No, no, there is no. Oh wait, what? I didn't write crossbow. Did I? I didn't.
You wrote gust of feeties.
Yeah, gastrophetus. There is no crossbow. Crossbows don't exist yet. Sorry. Gastrophetus is
I will.
basically like a cumbersome crossbow. That's literally what it is.
Yeah, that's a big
It's like
ass
a
crossbow.
ballista.
Like,
Ballista is like those crossbows on stabilized permanent crossbows, like on ships or like garrison like walls, protective areas and stuff. Gastrophetus is like a smaller portable version of that.
yeah, you have to use your feet
Yeah,
to
feet to
reload it.
reload it.
Like,
You have to use your feet to
mm,
reload it. It's just so awesome. uh,
But I did ask that I can use telekinesis to reload it, right?
yeah. You can totally use telekinesis to reload it. Absolutely fine. Totally.
Awesome. Alright. Then I'm bringing my weapons. I never got to bring the gust of feeties
I
the past two
know.
mysteries.
I know. You've never brought your gastrophetus, and I imagine the horse you have is definitely, more like, like more healthier looking than, and more like, faster than the one Gamila would have. So Gamila can totally like, ride on one of your horses, like one of the two of your
I
horses.
yeah, I look at the gastrophytus and look at my light bow and just whatever.
But I only have a sword and a knife, so
Yeah. All right. Okay. So let's say, like, since you have the gastrophytus and it's gigantic. Okay, it's not gigantic. It's decently big. So you're on a single horse, and I guess Maya and Gamila will share a single horse, and you're all or camel, whatever you're using, and you're heading down south. Cool. We see, Ramesu and Hamas. Stopping next to the place. What place? I need to quickly look at my notes. The place that you're arriving at. Give me locations. Locations. Okay, cool. You arrive at like this hut, because as you're going further and further away from town, like there's no longer any two-story buildings. Those are all inside the town, and now it's just huts, and just like stone-made huts, or mud huts and stuff like that. Thatched roof, that kind of stuff with wheat and stuff like that. Yes, that's how you reload it. It's amazing. It's freaking amazing.
that looks like a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. You use your tummy to load it.
It's like in the middle of the fight, you're just gonna have to be like, just give me a sec, and then reload it. Okay, we can proceed.
Yeah, it took about, I think, 5 to 8 seconds to sorry, 6 to 8 seconds to reload this thing. So yeah, that's why there's a tag called slow, I think. Yeah, slow and reload. That's why those tags are there. But it is forceful, so if you hit someone with it, they are going to be knocked back. Yeah. All right. Okay. So you arrive at this like slightly larger hut. It is still a hut, but it's slightly larger. And Mas and Hamas and Ramesu like get down from their horses, like keep the horses there. There's like other horses here as well. There's like a small like tie post to keep the horse or camels, whatever you have. And yeah, as you walk in, it is a healer's hut. And you see that, some like there are like these like, hatched like, beds on the floor where, with like leaves and stuff, and like, like straws and etc. That's the word, straw. And yeah, and we have some like, we have people. I'm sorry. We have people lying on them in various postures, like one like on its side, on their back, on their front, upside down, kind of like that. Yeah, like just lying on the things. And the healer steps out as they hear you come in, and it is an elderly person. Let me quickly see their thingamabob. All right, they're in their 50s, and this old man in their 50s, like with you know, yeah, yeah, and they come out and they introduce themselves. Greetings, I am Maskini the healer. Are you here with an injury, or? And Hamas probably says, we're here to see. No, we're here to see my friend, um, the Kosei. It's like, yes, right this way. I'm afraid Kosei is in quite pain right now. Um, but please, he will be happy to see you. He was talking about you coming. So he takes you farther inside, and as you go inside, you hear like various like small wails or grunts from the various like people on the beds. And as you go, like, and you hear
Are
one
we
part.
are we even okay to be in here and not in any danger to be in a plague hit
Well,
by a
you're not.
plague?
Well, you're not here yet, but yeah, like Ramesu can ask that if you feel that. But so Maskini is taking like the two of you, Hamas and Ramesu, to the one of the inner rooms where you see Kosei is on his back, and he's like he has the like water poultice on his head to keep the temperature down and stuff, like on the forehead, and he's just in pain. He is groaning. His eyes are closed. He hasn't seen you come in. And Hamas immediately goes down to talk to him, like, Kosei, what has happened to you? And Rametsu, you see what has happened to you. It's like he has this, like, really, like he's slightly he's on his back, but his body is turned sideways. So it's like semi on his back, and like you see this bad, like he's only wearing like like his bare chested, and you see this jagged like claw, like jagged like scratches, marks, and the injury on that, the skin is the color of like what do you say, the skin is the color of like black mud. It's like oozing and black mud. I'm not like describing it too much because it's gross, and yeah, but yeah,
It's infected and it's changing the color of his skin.
yes, that's the word, yes, it is in fact, yeah. So yeah, I mean, so that's what you see. And like Hamas goes to talk with Kosei, and Kosei is glad to see him, though he's like in great pain as he's talking, as the two of them are talking. And like Hamas is like brings out the stuff from his sack that he's brought, like some flowers, some incense, some stuff to um hopefully pray to the gods that he'll get better, kind of stuff. Muskini stands like next to you, and it's like he's just shaking his head, it's like, and whispers to you, "Well, I don't tell your father, but I don't think he's going to make it." Whispers to you.
Ramesu just nods.
So you can ask like the healer questions, as like you know right now if you want to.
I just whisper, did Kose say what happened to him?
He did. He did. I don't think he himself believes that it's happened to him, so I'm not sure if he didn't imagine the thing. But then again, these other people started arriving, so maybe there's some truth to his words. He said he was attacked by corpses.
How many?
He said he passed out after the first attack. I think you'll have to ask him. His injury is getting worse, so I think you'll have to ask him.
Oh, how many people have been attacked?
Oh, there's been 5 attacks. I think the total number of injuries. No, nobody has been killed. The total number of injured victims, I think, is he's probably like pulling you aside out of the room. Total number of injured victims are, I think, over a dozen. I have 3 others here, as you can see. They're in better
Are
shape than him, though.
That's what I was going to ask next, if they were in the same condition.
No, they
Um,
appear to be in better shape. Like some of them are, 2 of them, like a man and a woman, are talking to each other. Like they're like lying next to each other, and they're often like reaching out to hold each other for support, and then like talking to each other. The third person is just, you know, is trying to distract himself by um using a small rock to scratch on the floor. Just trying to distract himself.
have they reported the same thing?
Yes, they have.
Did they say where these corpses came from?
I think you are. Let's do a roll. Let's do an investigation.
Okay, so I'm going to roll sharp. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Let's do an investigation roll. Let's see what happens. Do you have a move for? Okay, fine. You did it. Okay. Ask me a general question. Go for it. I think that's the thing.
Um,
Yes.
so
You can choose your question. You can make up your own question, but you can also choose from the list.
gotcha. Um, I guess the question that I'm trying to figure out is, where were these corpses, quote unquote, last seen, so
Uh,
like I can go deal with it.
Okay, so Muskini is clearly like the healer. He's more focused on that. He tells you to try asking the travelers. Muskini says that Kosei was attacked while he was at the crypt, but these travelers, I think, was attacked on the road. So you can ask them for the exact position. So
Okay,
mhm. So if you ask
that's
the
essentially what
yeah,
Ramesu would
yeah,
have done. He would have
So
asked
yeah, you
them.
go to the things, and you find out more about these people, like and you realize that okay. So let me quickly look up the notes. All right. So while this is happening, let's say the 3 of you probably arrive. You weren't like too far behind. I think you all like went to Ramesu's place like literally 10 minutes after they left. So you managed to catch up because your animals are better conditioned because you're both rich. All right. So okay. So yeah, you probably yeah. As you go down the road, let's actually. Oh, okay. I'll go back to you in a second. Let's just have like the rest of the. So you three are coming this way, and Gamila, you just realize something. You don't know exactly what you're going to find or where these attacks took place. You just
Yeah,
know
I
that.
have no idea.
Yeah. Maya, you also realize that Gamila has not told you the exact location.
What?
We just,
Yeah.
yeah, in the middle of the road, I guess I just say, where are we going?
To the point, to the place where the attack happened.
No, we're going to Ramesu.
And where is Romeso? 25 kilometers away, and we don't know where exactly.
She probably said that,
Well,
like,
she
yeah,
did say down the.
Didn't his
yeah,
mother
she,
tell
she
us?
probably said that Kosei was injured. So
Okay,
I think at
I
this
mean,
point,
it
like,
stands.
Farmi Maya, you would notice, like, the healer's hut.
Yeah, it stands to reason that if they're gonna visit someone who's injured, they're at the healers, and I'm assuming we would know where the healer lives.
Yeah, like, I think, like, along the road, you see the healer's hut. It's like, I think Nefitali would tell you, like, the location of the healer's hut. Yeah, probably, yeah.
okay, yes.
Cool.
I mean, if we live in Alexandria, we've probably seen her before, the healer.
It depends. Like, how many times
Yeah,
have
like
you
she's
gone
selling
gone
some
to the
stock
south? Like,
something.
how many times have you left the city? I guess it depends on that. It's entirely possible for a person to spend their entire lives in Alexandria without ever walking out. It's just like coming this far
They're
south.
very secluded people. Okay, don't judge us.
No, no. That's normal. This is normal. Like, just why would you
I
leave
have
if
Hey,
you
no.
have a good
Maya
job?
is very well traveled.
True. All right. So
Go.
okay. So yeah, Maya, you see like the healer's hut, and you stop there to like look inside, and as you like I think from where you're parking the animals, parking, yes, parking the animals, you
How are
see,
we parking them? Like reverse? Or
yes, the animals are making noises in their mouth, like if it's a horse, they're like "Prr, prr, prr, prr," as they're walking backwards. This is
it's beeping when you get too close to the wall.
yeah. Oh gosh. All right. Okay. So yeah, you step down and you manage to see Ramesu, none other than Ramesu, like kneeling down on the ground to talk to some
Hermesu.
persons on the lying down.
Oh, good, you're already here.
Hey. So okay. So Ramesu, what you have found out that the man and the woman are they are coming from Memphis. They're newlyweds. They're coming from Memphis, and they were heading to Alexandria when they were attacked by these walking corpses while they were like resting. Yes, cannot use the
You
Z
mean
word because the Z word hasn't been invented yet. The Z word hasn't been invented yet, so walking corpses is the best we got.
it's did you not want to say The Walking Dead?
No, no, I didn't want to say The Walking Dead. No, I will not say The Walking Dead.
That's copyright infringement, probably.
Yeah, that probably is. All
The
right.
risen entombed.
What? All right. Okay. So yeah, so they were attacked while they were resting in the night. For like near the old near the crypt. They were resting like under near one of the rocks nearby. There is an entombed. Oh gosh. All right. Okay.
I
Okay.
like it.
That's
That's great.
weird. Okay, that's even weirder. Okay. So, and the other person, the single person who is, scratching on the floor, who's like talking to you, they were traveling alone down south to head to Giza. Um, to return to their family, and they got attacked like early morning. They left really early morning. They were hoping to reach Giza like before like sundown, but they got attacked because like it was prior to sunrise. They stopped like here because the the horse they had like apparently stepped on some rock and hurt itself a little bit, so it got down to to take care of the animal. And when the attack happened, so as the rest of you all come inside, you hear like this person whose name is Jenu is explaining this whole situation, and the newlyweds are also agreeing that yes, yes, the two of them, two walking corpses, they were like silent as the grave. They just came up behind us, and we couldn't even like we didn't even hear anything, and then suddenly they were attacking us. Like you see, the injury on them is like in better condition than that, but the skin is like slowly rotting away. um Maya, you're the expert. What do you do at seeing these weird injuries? This is not an injury that is like normal.
Well,
And
yeah, but
not
medicine isn't really my field.
yeah, medicine isn't your field, but this is yeah.
Well, she could know about witch work, like how they can resurrect corpses to become zombies. She could know about that.
um Maya, Farmi, how do you feel about these things? Like, Maya, sorry, Gamila, like you're seeing these
Uh,
like three people like in various like there are these various really bad looking injuries you have never seen. And as a as a goat herder, you've seen a lot of injuries on people, like on
yeah,
people.
I
Yeah, this is
she's
not an
very
injury you have literally never seen before in your life.
she's very scared right now, especially when they say those mummies are really silent.
Walking corpses.
Yeah, I mean it's okay if it's walking corpses, but if it's silent and it's lurking around and you cannot hear, lurking,
Hmm.
it's pretty much scarier than ever.
Hmm. Absolutely. Maya, do you want to ask them a few questions, maybe?
I mean,
Or like
um,
investigate yourself, like trying to make deductions based on the information they have given or something?
can I like closely inspect the wounds, like the
Hmm.
infection?
Hmm. Sure. Are you doing the thing? Are you doing your new move?
I
Ha-
mean,
have you read
it's.
about this sort of thing?
I mean, that would be a sharp roll anyway, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Oh, it's not in act under pressure. Sorry. I
Yeah.
sorry. That's act under pressure. Yes, sorry. I thought that was yes. Please roll sharp. Investigate the mystery. Do it.
Uh,
Okay.
as she investigating, can I have suggestion?
Can you have?
Can I ask her a question because I'm curious about the infection?
Yeah, sure. Like no, yeah, yep. Like like if if you want to like okay, like who are you asking? Maya.
Maya. So
Oh,
I
okay, yeah,
raised
yeah,
my
yeah.
hand.
Yeah. So,
Okay. Do you think if if you got scratch on the hand and you cut it off, would you still be infected?
Oh, we can find out.
Yeah, I'm
No,
just
we are not experimenting on real people.
no, I'm just asking if
Real,
the
very alive people.
I think Maskini at this point, the healer would come outside and like in the commotion when like new people come and it's like realizes three more people are here to look at this. Maskini will say, "I've tried that. Unfortunately, it looks like the injuries are all on body parts that are really we can't cut away. If it was in an arm or a leg, but as you can see, he points to the three injuries. None of them are on any arm or leg. They all appear to be on the torso.
Could it be some kind of Illness?
It's not an illness. Like one of the injured traveler speaks out. I keep telling you, it's the walking corpses. They attacked us.
When did they attack you then?
I don't know. Did you not hear the part about them being corpses? Okay.
Okay, I'm asking you, have they come in contact with you?
Okay, one by one. Maya, what is the general question you're asking? You can come up with a question or you can choose from the list.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I just want to see if I can find out more about what this infection is.
Okay, more information about the injury. Okay, it seems the skin is like dying. The
Uh-huh.
skin, the tissue, the flesh is dying. Like that's why it's turned like black. It's dying.
And does it look like it's spreading?
It looks like it's spreading like inward towards the vital organs.
Okay, so basically it's not like not more skin is dying.
No, not
Like it's
more
not
skin is dying.
spreading
It's like
on the skin,
like
but it's going
yeah,
inside.
like the skin. Yeah, tissue, like dead tissue is just pushing out of the skin outside.
Ew.
Yeah, very you. I don't want to describe it.
Ew.
I don't want to describe it.
So it's pushing dead tissue out.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Hmm.
Uh, what is that? What is that thing? 1 second. Yes. One
That's
second.
really disgusting.
It is incredibly disgusting. Let's not talk about
Maya thinks it's cool. I think it's disgusting.
So it's kind of like crocodile?
God damn
Is
it.
it like the drug crocodile?
Oh, oh okay. Wait, what?
Is it like the drug crocodile? Don't Google it, by the way.
I don't know what you mean.
The drug.
The drug?
Don't Google it, by the way.
I'm googling
I
it.
won't, so I
what's
will
the
never
name?
know what it is.
It's a drug that that makes your flesh fall off your.
Yeah, let's
Oh
not
god.
talk about that of drugs that won't be invented for like thousands of years from now. So yeah, all right. So yeah. So okay, so I think Ramesu's question was like where these attacks took place, and Maya's question is like what more about the injury, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, so like from talking with all these people, you realize that the attacks took place near the like crypt nearby where Kosei works at. Ramesu, you realize this, that the attacks all happened to people who were resting near the road in front of that. And you know that this is a Greek crypt. There's no mummies inside because it's a Greek crypt and Greeks don't mummify their dead.
Why is it always the
Right.
Greek?
So, not to be an asshole, but Ramesu's gonna start heading out in that direction.
Awesome. All right. So yeah, Maya, your question about the thingy, the injuries. The skin is well, it's dying. It's turning super black, really terrible looking. I have googled some pictures, but I'm not gonna post it because they're disgusting. And yeah,
Thank you.
Can you DM it to me? I can handle some gore.
God damn it, man! What is wrong with you? Okay, fine.
I play horror games and I'm phased by them. I can handle gore.
Okay, fine. I will DM you BSRE. There. Happy? Good. Thank you. All right. Moving on. I have DM'd you stuff.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah.
see.
Ah.
So when you
It
know
sounds like
someone
a
who
fungal
plays
infection.
horror game, when they say ugh, you know it's pretty bad.
Yeah. So are the injuries, is it like, was it claw marks or bite marks?
Ooh, okay. It looks like these were like the initial injury was caused by scratching.
Okay, so it looks like claw marks.
human nail scratching.
Oh no. I mean,
Oh,
it's
no.
corpses, so.
Yeah, like it. So they're like, their claim that them being attacked by human corpses is certainly backed up by the injury. That it looks like the original injury was a human nail scratch, which started to infect like this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a mummy. It's goddamn zombies.
We have to stop the zombie apocalypse, guys.
You have to stop the zombie apocalypse. The dead are walking. The corpses are rising from their tombs and walking around and attacking people. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, okay. So, I guess like this is the information you find out, and Muskini kind of takes you all aside as like Ramesu is walking out. Muskini, the healer, kind of like drags you all outside to like say that give the injured some time to like recuperate. And as he walks outside, the elderly healer person in his 50s, he says, "Look, whatever caused this injury, I don't know. I've tried a lot of things. I can't cut out the infected portions because these injuries are all appear to be over vital organs, and they're digging into the vital organs, and
Yes.
I can't seem to slow it down. If you can, if you and your friends can find out what's going on, that would be most appreciative. But like I don't think any of these victims are gonna make it. These are not the only victims. There are 10 or so others who went in town. But
Okay, raise my
oh,
hand up again.
yes,
Have
I
any of
I
these
have
died?
yeah.
none yet. The worst condition is Kosei, who's the crypt keeper. He's inside and he's almost close to death.
Can we talk to him?
Yes, you may. Aren't you going with your friend though? Your friend is heading that way, it seems.
He can handle himself.
Sure. Okay. He will like take the three of you inside. You see, the man like whom he calls as Kosei as the crypt keeper is like the injury is he has a giant scratch starting from his like back and ending like in front, like going across the side, like multiple scratches, and they're all like turning necrotic like this, and it's
Mhm.
it's very gruesome and ugly. It looks worse. It's worse for like him. You thought it couldn't get any worse. Oh, no, 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 it did. It looks worse than the guys outside. It's
So
clear
he
he's probably not going to survive more than a day or two.
and I'm guessing from his injuries being like so far gone already, we can kind of assume that he was the first person to have been attacked.
Muskini will add that he was the first person to have been attacked by these walking
Okay.
corpses, the first case.
I
Is
would
that
like to
supposed to be a
ask him a
flex?
question.
This was going on for like 3 or 4 days, and slow numbers have risen that it's finally reached Alexandria, and
Yeah.
I
Zombie
would like
apocalypse is spreading.
yeah, I would like to ask him whether it happened on a day or was it because
yeah, it was at night. He's going to mention that it happened at night. He's in pain. He's constantly groaning, unlike the other three outside. He's groaning constantly. Like he's in
oh okay.
constant pain. But he will answer like
Brains.
it happened when I was guarding the crypt. It was before sunrise, and then they came up behind me and just attacked.
What did you
Second,
do?
yeah, did you run away? Did they run
No,
towards you too
no.
or
I mean, what did you do to make this happen?
I was just I fell asleep. I didn't do anything. I was woken by the attack.
So you didn't do anything that could have potentially caused the dead to
No,
arise and
no,
attack you.
I'm the
So you're
keeper. No,
saying
I'm the
they're
keeper of
just
the crypt. I keep the dead.
doing that because they wanted to.
They just corpses don't walk. These things are walking. They, and he starts like rambling. If you want to, like, do you want to like find out more from him? You have to roll another time, but yes.
Yes. Yeah, I
Let
will
the man
like to
rest.
ask
Don't
him.
don't force him too much.
He might
I
have
have
vital information.
I have one more question.
Mhm.
Uh,
Camilla,
when you got a
are you
yeah,
rolling?
I would like to roll.
Do it.
Which one should I roll?
Sharp,
Which one?
sharp.
Okay.
Damn, son. All right, sure. Ask me your
Almost.
question. You can choose any question you want. Just,
Yeah, I was just gonna ask when he got attacked and he I'm sure he ran away. Were those walking corpses run to, or were they just walking?
no, they. Okay, so he mentioned, and you also heard this like being spoken by the travelers, like the three travelers outside, like in the other room. You can piece out that the corpses don't appear to run. They appear to slowly walk towards you, almost in a shambling motion. Okay, I'll stop. Yeah, they
Mm-hmm.
How
shamble.
did they get caught and
They
scratched?
shamble. They were
They
caught by surprise because they sneak
mm-hmm.
up on you silently.
Man,
Complete
y'all
silence.
suck.
Complete silence.
Complete silence, and it happened. Was it okay? I'm gonna ask the other dude. What did they attack during daytime or nighttime?
All of the attacks took place during nighttime, Muskini adds. Nighttime just
Okay,
before.
Why not in the
makes sense.
daytime? That's weird.
They make sense that they got attacked at nighttime. They got covered by darkness. It's weird that nobody saw these shambling bodies during day.
Ooh, okay, that's a great thing. I think like as you like, I think like the three of you are walking outside. I think Muskini is like, okay, that's enough. I think I need to give him uh, more, you know, some, more medicine and stuff. So gets you outside. And as you're like walking out, Camilla, did you like ask your like teammates? It's weird that they don't. Wait, what? They don't see
Yeah,
you
I
walking.
say I say well, it makes sense they got attacked at nighttime because they couldn't see and nor heard those
Mm-hmm.
things. But it's weird that nobody saw these walking bodies in day.
and
I
and
mean,
the
if
and the woman like lying outside, like like one of the newlyweds, they say, well, they weren't walking before they attacked us.
wait, so what do you mean they're not walking?
They weren't walking before they attacked us. They were like, I don't know, it's just they just came out of nowhere and attacked us. We didn't see them. There was nobody nearby, and suddenly there were these two just hitting us out of nowhere.
Okay, I look around. Are we in the middle of the desert?
No, 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 no. It's like a rocky, hilly area.
It's a rocky
Like the real
terrain, but
the real desert doesn't even start until Giza. So it's you're in the
so
desert. Yeah.
Gamila looks around and think of something that will hide a dumb body in plain sight, and you're saying it's a rocky terrain.
Yeah, it's a rocky. There's like small shrubbery, not like a lot, but small shrubbery.
I
So
say,
it's like what was it? It's like Arizona, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, if you have a picture, you can drop in Discord and I can explain better, I guess. I mean, it's like a rocky
Because
desert. Like I don't know if you've seen Rocky Desert. Like It's a rocky desert
Yeah.
sort.
I'm just imagining zombies cowering behind a rock and then jumping out from behind it.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
I think the word you're looking for is slinking, but yes. Not cowering, but yes. All right, yeah. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so
Can can I ask them
yeah, sure.
exactly the spot where they were attacked?
Yeah, they all mentioned that it was nearby the crypt, the road
Yeah,
near the
but
crypt.
I mean, I just want to go to the exact same spot where they got attacked and see if I can find
Good. That
clues there.
that is also the location Ramesu head towards. So as your three are heading out, we will move over to Ramesu. Ooh, Ramesu, what you do?
Hello.
Indeed.
Hello.
Oh,
So Ramesu has changed to being Werejackal.
ah, cool.
Um,
Yeah, there is nobody nearby because
I'm
yeah, it is the
I'm
middle
the
of the day,
big
by the way. Yeah.
jackal mode,
Ah,
not the humanoid jackal.
oh, the full
So
jackal mode.
like
Oh,
there's
okay, okay, yeah, yeah, full jackal. So
yeah
that's even less
there's a
inconspicuous.
rather
So
large dog thing running
yeah,
around.
yeah, that's even less like that's even like less noticeable because it's normal to see jackals, leopards, and
So I'm gonna go sniff around and see if I can find some walking corpses.
awesome. Frickin' roll me that frickin' thingy mabob. Wait, no, yeah, 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 yeah. I think this counts as investigate a mystery. Do it. Give me that +1 investigate, which is still a +1.
Yeah, it's just one.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Yes, XP! Woohoo! Freak yes! God
There's so
damn.
many smells.
There are so many smells, like all the smells. Okay, let me quickly look at my situations, like my notes quickly. Notes. Notes. Okay, so as you approach uh, the thing of the stuff, that makes sense, right? Yeah, the things from the
Mhm.
stuffs. Okay, so all right. Let me mark what started happening. Okay, this has started happening. So let me do stuff, I guess. Boop. All right, cool. That has started happening. Good. I will remember that. Right. Okay, so you're trying to smell, but instead of smell, um like you mostly smell as you get closer to the crypt site, like along the road. It's not like too far from Maskini's hut. It's like a half a kilometer away, not too far. Like you can see it from there, but as you get close, like there are smells of incenses mostly because people leave like their offerings to the dead here and stuff. And specifically you start hearing argument between two people near the road. And one of them is like one of them is like, look, I am not going in there until somebody deals with this problem. And the other one is like, my mother's corpse has been in there for my mother's body has been in the funerary ritual room without the ritual being performed for 2 days. 2 days now. Okay, then do your job. That's what I'm paying you for. Do your job. And the other person is basically saying that there are, did you not hear me, there are walking corpses. Corpses are walking around attacking. And have you seen the injuries? The skin is ripping apart, it's turning black, it's hideous. So I am not going back in there until we have some soldiers or something. Like I've been telling people to send soldiers, and they're going to come and they're going to deal with this. So yeah, there are these two people. I will quickly describe them. uh The one who's not going inside appears young, like he's clearly the funerary worker, who appears to be like very much refusing to go inside. The other person who says that their mother's body is lying in the funerary room for 2 days, they are this really rough looking older person, about late 30s early 40s. Like, yeah, they have this sword in their buckle, the belt buckle, and the sword on their side. And they appear to be like someone physically capable of handling themselves. They have like multiple like wounded, like battle scars, like of so it's very clear that this man has seen some sort of fighting combat, probably some soldier type, don't know yet. Yeah. So your attention is distracted by this argument that's taking place right now. What do you do?
Eavesdrop some more?
Osk?
Sorry. What do I do about the people arguing?
No. Like what do you do? Your attention was distracted by this argument, so that's why you couldn't get the trail.
Okay, so obviously, there is a person who's still needing funeral services,
Hmm.
and they're inside of the tomb.
No. The body is
Or
inside.
the person, just what I meant, the body's inside of the tomb, but it hasn't been prepared in any
Yeah,
way.
they haven't been prepared. The funerary worker is refusing to go in there until like somebody takes care of the problem. The soldiers, or somebody takes care of this problem. Soldiers, or Philakatani,
Okay,
whatever.
so I assume that they're so distracted that I can enter the tomb without them noticing.
Yeah, sure, totally, absolutely. Just sure.
That's what I'm gonna do then.
You're a wild animal. You can totally enter. Normally, wild animals don't enter these places because they don't smell like food. They smell like death. So yeah, you go to enter the tomb, and yeah, it smells very much like death. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna look around in there to see if I see anything
Okay.
out of the ordinary.
Okay. Cool. As you like, it is daytime outside, so you can sneak to the like. Okay, so the crypt is such that it's like a cave entrance of sort. So it goes down just a little bit, just like a few, like 1 or 2 feet, before opening into this like sort of antechamber, I guess, which is the ritual preparation room where the funerary rituals are done. You do see, sure enough, there is the body of a woman there, lying there, not mummified, not embalmed, not in, like none of the ritual work has been done. They're just wrapped in clothing and stuff, just not mummy
Gotcha.
clothing, just regular. Yeah, but there's like the flowers and stuff that were left beside them was like have completely wilted away in the 2 days they've been here. There
Gotcha.
something, and like towards the back of the room it goes farther down into the underground where the crypt is, where the bodies are kept in the shelves, the shelves, yeah, the shelves, the body shelves. there's no like
Yes.
there's no like cask or anything, because they're just
Right.
like, yeah. So
The catacomb
yeah,
shelves or
yeah, the
whatever.
catacomb like shelf things, yeah. So yeah, um one thing is different though, is that you notice that there's been some like um recent like stuffs are strewn about here, as if like it happened like fairly recently.
Right. So
Right.
there's evidence. There's evidence of things coming out or people moving around in here.
Yeah, there's evidence of people moving around, like walking through things, like not really trying to avoid them or anything, just walking through things, like walking through
Yeah.
instances, just fell over and stuff
Just
like that. Yeah.
shambling through.
Yes, just shambling
Um,
through.
Is there anything in here that doesn't belong in here?
Not at this point in this room, no. But you do, like, you don't hear anything from inside the main crypt, but there's nothing that doesn't belong in this room. No, there's no,
Okay.
like, item
Then
here.
I'm gonna run on out
Mhm.
and see where the rest of the group is.
Okay, as you run on out, you do see them approaching, and hey, the three of you are approaching by the road, and you come across this argument. Uh, and Altis, and sorry, the you realize that you see the buff, like semi buff, older, early 40s, late 30s, injured, sorry, wounded with battle scar, possible soldier type person, rough looking, who's demanding that their mother be given the funerary rites. And the other is a little scrawny young person, the funerary worker, who is refusing to go inside, saying that no, there are walking corpses. Do you not listen to me? Walking corpses. Ah, look, see, they've already sent people to deal with this. Hello. And he waves to you, Farmi.
Hello?
Hello, are you the are you the person here? You're carrying that large weapon. I'm guessing the Phalakita sent you in response to my messages that we have a situation here.
We're on our own accord, but we can investigate for you if we need be.
And he quickly like goes over to you and introduces himself. My name is Altus. I'm the funerary ritual worker here. um you did that is why you're here, right? Like to handle this whole walking corpse situation.
Well, not in the way that you might think. We just investigate the pretense on how it happened.
Maya Gamila, what are you doing as this, like, this man just comes out and comes up and approaches and starts shaking Farmi's hand.
Camilla is just looking around, making sure no corpses are walking around.
No, you don't see any corpses walking around. You do see like a large jackal coming out of the cave, though, where the crypt is.
I s-
Is that
I squint
Muramesu?
I don't think.
I squint my eyes
I don't think
and
like
then
any of you are aware that he can turn into a full jackal, right?
now we just see the humanoid jackal,
Yes.
not
Okay. Cool.
the whole jackal.
Not the whole jackal yet. So okay, it's a large jackal that's coming out of the tomb. Just casually. Ramesh, what do
I
you do
s-
as you see
yeah.
this trio looking like Gamila kind of looking at you and spotting you?
So they see the werejackal. The werejackal runs up next to Gamilla and sits and wags its tail.
As you run up, Camilla just oh my god, oh my god. It's a
Uh,
huge word jackal.
yeah, it's pretty huge, and Altis is like, whoa! And like the soldier type is quickly like drawing back away, everyone, like
Oh
going
no,
to draw
it's
his
okay.
sword.
Let's all calm down. That jackal doesn't seem to want to attack any of us.
And
I just
like
He's not.
the soldier like sees that the jackal sits down and just starts wagging tail. It's like, huh, that's got to be the biggest jackal I've ever seen.
Yeah, and
is
that's really weird behavior.
is that it's like the thing get like the soldier gets closer. Is that a typhon beast? No, it's not. It's a jackal. Huh. That is the largest jackal I've ever
Ramesu,
seen.
Ramesu, is that you?
What?
I
The
poke Ramesh.
the werejackal nods.
Oh, you. Oh, it's
Oh,
your. Oh, it's your pet. Oh. My apologies. My
He's
apologies.
he's a friend, not a pet.
Uh, my apologies. Anyway, are you here to deal with this situation, apparent situation that everyone keeps claiming about?
Well, we're here to
We're here to
investigate.
investigate. We're not here to deal with the bodies.
Wait.
Please don't
So-
tell me. So the soldier like introduces himself as Ixion, like a soldier of the military. Yes, he is a soldier of the military. He introduces himself and says, "Well, okay, let me see. Well, please don't tell me you believe the story that there are actually corpses walking around."
Well, everyone has the same story, and the wounds look like scratches from human nails, so there seems to be some merit to the idea.
Oh, please, they were probably just drunk when they were attacked by bandits.
All of them.
16 people drunk.
All the attacks didn't have on the same time. It's been going on for 4 or 5 days. So yeah.
With
And all of them were drunk?
well,
So you
if
want to
you're
tell me that 6 people individually got drunk, imagined the same thing?
It seems
this
unlikely, but walking
Yeah,
corpses.
have you
Doesn't
have you
seem
listened
And
to
more
like
yourself?
unlikely than
he
walking
just says,
corpses.
and he just says, I've been a soldier for 20 years, more than half my life, and I've never seen anything that could
Tell
be
me,
called
tell
walking
me.
corpse. I've seen many corpses, I've made many corpses, but I've never seen anybody walk after being killed.
Well,
Wow,
have you
he just
fought a fire
nonchalantly
demon
says that.
before?
Okay, sorry, saying this. He just nonchalantly says he's made a lot of corpses.
Yeah, he says it. He's a soldier. He says it.
Yeah, but
It's not
just
something.
nonchalantly says he's killed
Yeah,
people.
yeah,
Like it's
nonchalantly. He's a
nothing.
soldier. Killing people is what they do. Yeah, he nonchalantly says it. It's not something he feels like
I have
forced.
problems with that, and my character is gonna have problems with that.
Absolutely, that's awesome.
So tell me, have you fought a fire demon before?
uh, what? Wait, are you talking about that whole incident with the Ipura trident from last week?
Yes. Yes.
What? Don't tell me you believe the story of a
I
fire
was
demon.
there.
Have you seen our arms? We're all burnt.
I was there. I fought that thing. So if you want to tell me that walking corpses are somehow weirder
Oh
than that,
my
then
god.
go ahead.
Okay. There is some definite persuasion going around, I think. Is it?
Okay, shall we both do it?
Are you trying to
Shall we both do it at the same time, Nadine?
no, are you
Sorry?
trying to
Roll
persuade
between.
him?
Yeah, we're both like fighting with him, like to persuade him. So should we both roll at the same time?
No. Okay. I think like it depends on who's trying to lead the role, I guess, and the other can help.
Oh God, I have a -1 to charm.
So
Same here.
no, like
Well,
narratively, I think like you were leading Farmy, right?
Well, yeah, I guess
Yeah, I
I'm
think
like the
you're the
most
one
yeah,
who
muscular
said
of
like
everyone.
you
they
He
have
might
seem
listen
to
to
think
me.
he's our leader, which I do not approve of.
yeah, I think you said you don't approve of his behavior of nonchalantly saying he like killed people. So you can lead the charm thing. Be your negative. Oh, you
Negative
both
one,
have
charm,
-1
go!
charm. God damn it! Oh
Oh,
my
please help
god.
me! Please help me! Please help me!
Okay.
Yeah,
You get to help. Nadine, you get to help.
yeah.
Be the
What do I?
cool.
Oh,
It's
that's
cool.
cool.
Be cool.
Okay. Oh,
Cool.
I'm not cool.
Aw, you're
Damn it!
come on.
So we both failed.
well,
Oh
can I join the ride and chip in?
Okay, okay. You can roll to like you can try to roll to help, but
Yeah,
it'll be Farmi's roll. Maya's fail is a fail. That's fixed fail. Nothing can help that. Maya, you're getting that XP whether you like it or not.
Yay.
I yeah. As they are arguing, I'm just gonna say if they got attacked by bandits, they wouldn't be, sick. They didn't get stabbed
Okay,
or hacked.
please go. Oh my
Oh,
god!
thank you so much. Oh, thank you.
Holy shit!
Oh,
Okay, one by one. Let me look at the help out because I forgot. Okay, one second.
wow, that's
Oh, okay, it just gives them +1 to their roll, so that's a 7. All right. They'll do it, but only if you do something for them. Right? The show. Okay, okay. What are you trying to persuade this Ixion to do? Believe
To
you, I
believe
guess.
us.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. What do you do to like make them believe us? Do you show your injuries or something?
Yep, just like rip up the bandage and just show the burns.
Well, your bandages are cured. Like they're fine. You can just pull up your hand and like show again.
Yeah, pull up the sleeve and show the burns. I implore Maya to do it as well.
And I just say, you could just walk to the clinic right there and see the victims of the attacks.
Okay. So fine. Maybe the fire demon was real. Fine. That doesn't mean the walking corpses are.
Let's just agree to disagree that maybe they're not dead yet.
Okay,
Okay?
fine,
But the
fine.
thing is,
Okay, look. If you're here to deal with the problem, can you please do that? My mother it has been lying there in the funerary ritual room for 2 days because this coward, this idiot coward, refuses to go back in there and do his job that I'm paying him to do.
What was his job?
He's the funerary ritual worker. He's doing the
Oh,
rites before the body can be, buried. Or
So what exactly is in there?
and Altes says, the walking corpses, the corpses that walk, that they are so silent. They're silent as the grave. They
Wait,
can
you
they
found the corpses? Who
I've
did
I,
this?
I've seen them. I've seen them. They can fly. That's why nobody can see them coming
They
because
can fly.
excuse me?
they
what
can
the
also burrow
fuck?
into the ground and arise from anywhere. Like you've talked to you've listened to those injured people. None of them saw them attack.
Gamila would immediately look around like panicking, like,
And of
what?
course, well, no, they're not out here in the sunlight. They're harmed by sunlight. That's why all of the attacks have been at night.
Okay, immediately Gamila just take out torches. I have some, like, okay, I'm ready.
They're harmed by sunlight, not fire.
I, come
Wait,
on!
why
Why does
sunlight
it have to
specifically?
be
I,
sunrise?
I don't know. Maybe the sunlight, the oh, okay. I need to look up who was the god of the sun in ancient Greek. I need to look.
Ra.
No. The,
Up,
Greek. This is a Greek. These people are Greek.
It's a
was
Greek
it like
god.
Helios something?
Yeah, Helios something.
Yeah, Helios. Yeah,
Yeah,
Helios.
Helios. Yeah. So Helios said they're afraid of mighty Helios.
Yeah, yeah.
That
These are
doesn't.
creatures from these are cursed creatures from Tartarus. They're afraid of Helios, mighty
Well,
Helios.
they might be Egyptian who worship the sun god Ra.
What are you talking about? This is a Greek crypt. What are you talking? No, yeah.
Also, does
Altus
it
asked you
matter
what.
which god they're afraid of?
Yeah, Altus just asked like, what are you talking about? This is a Greek crypt. This is not an Egyptian crypt. Egyptian crypt is far closer to the town.
I rest my case.
Like your case was completely summarily rejected by evidence. So yeah, you have to raise your case. You just forgot that this is a Japanese, like sorry, Japanese, ancient Greek crypt. I don't know why I said Japanese. It literally doesn't make sense, but yeah, I said it. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's stopping you, Uni? Why don't we all go in? We'll protect you. We
Oh,
go in, do your rights, and then we get out. And if it's possible, we can just torch the whole thing inside.
What? No, there are the dead are inside. You'll kill them. You'll end. You'll ruin their afterlife.
yeah, you kind of forgot about that. We're Egyptians.
Oh yeah, right.
So
No,
how about
Honestly,
hey,
we go
I'm just
inside
unfazed by the whole
one
thing.
thing,
perform the rites?
Gamila, you will be outraged at Farmi's suggesting to like torch the place, because in Egyptian, burning someone means denying them afterlife, which is one
Yeah,
of
I
the
just
worst thing you can do. Like it's
I
worse than
just
killing someone is burning someone.
I kick I kick him in the shin and just do the what the fuck face.
How? Sorry. Just so many burnt bodies. I'm just unfazed by it right now.
How about we
Well,
just go inside and perform the rites, and maybe the whole problem will take care of itself then.
Why don't you just? You're here to investigate, so just go in and investigate, and deal with the things.
All right.
How about we
And
investigate in tandem with you doing the rights? In fact, you doing the rights might make our investigation safer. Have you thought about that, you self-centered prick?
Oh, damn, son, persuade. Oh, that is such a persuasion roll. Like, goddamn, please,
Negative one,
for
Tommy,
me,
go.
get wrecked. For me,
Ah,
get
shit,
wrecked.
she did.
come on.
For me, get wrecked. You didn't get that XP, but oh, you also don't get the XP. Damn it, Flux, you're not getting XP this session. There's no way. You
Nah, that's
failed.
fine. I didn't
Yeah,
care about
yeah.
your XP anyway.
All right, so okay, so they'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show that you mean it. Are you going along with them to investigate the thing while they perform the rites?
Obviously.
Okay,
yeah.
awesome, awesome. You're going to all. So we're going to, like, since it's been like 3 hours and 6 minutes, we're going to end the session here. So the episode would end with, like, Altis is, and Ixion is also glaring at Altis, is like, listen to them. They are going to stand guard, so you can do your job. I know family members aren't supposed to look, but I'll stay outside, but they can go in. So do your job. It's like, okay. And he's basically like, you're basically almost pushing him along, like, like, come on. He's obviously like coward. He's completely a coward. He's a complete coward. And you're like basically pushing him along to do his job. Ramesu, sorry. Ramesu is still like in jackal form, right?
Yeah, I'm still doggy.
Doggo.
Doggy.
You're the doggo. Oh my gosh, does Farmy say doggy or something like that?
Nope.
Oh god damn it. So great. But okay. Alright.
I will unironically say musky husky though.
It's out of character, sadly, but okay. Sad. No, like that's an out of character moment. Like, not like you don't say it in character, so it's fine. Like,
I will force myself to break the fourth wall. You can't stop me.
I literally stopped you. I can say your characters are not breaking the fourth wall, damn it. Alright, so yeah, you don't break the fourth wall, but yeah. Like, I think in like fan, like, the YouTube comments of this episode definitely say Musky Husky. There. The actor that's playing you definitely commented on the episode on YouTube saying Musky Husky. There. That's as close as you're going to get to Word of God.
Fine by me.
All right. So yeah, the episode ends as you all, like, as he starts to like begin the rites, and he's just pointing out what happened here. Like, the corpses have been rummaging through here. Look at those, like, things out of place. I stacked them neatly over there. This is dangerous. Why don't you go inside and check if they're still there?
I clothesline him.
Do you clothesline him, or do you threaten to clothesline him? Because the threat will be enough.
Well, I threatened with the clotheslining.
Yeah. He goes, I'm doing it. I'm okay. I'm perform. Okay. I'm relax. He steps down. He starts performing, and that's where the episode will end. We'll see what happens next session. If something is going to come out of the crypt to annoy you while this is going on. We'll
We're
see.
gonna get that poor dude killed.
Yeah, I mean, then them's the breaks. Poor dude getting killed. Them's the breaks. All right, so that's.
We'll make it.
We'll see. He's too coward to survive. He's also too coward to die. So All right.
Unless we force him to.
Yeah, let's just wish he doesn't trip over when he runs.
All
So
right. Okay. So let's go. All right. End of session time. All right. Did we conclude the current mystery?
Nope.
nope,
Did we save someone from certain death or worse?
No.
nope.
Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yes.
There's zombies?
Yeah.
Yep, that's pretty interesting. Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters? Yes.
Well, Camilla
Yes.
found out that Maya is married.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and
No. Um,
uh,
Ramesu can turn into an actual
right.
jackal. That's a pretty big
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big important thing. All right. So you all
I
get.
mean, it's not that far fetched
Yeah,
from.
it's not that far
Can
fetched. You're
kinda
not
look.
surprised by it, but it is a
Yeah.
pretty new thing. So you all get 1 XP. So Gamila,
I'd
Maya,
like
and
to. I'd like to argue that I didn't get my father killed, but that's a whole different thing.
Well, to be fair, you can argue that you didn't get an unnamed NPC in, like, Alexandria killed, but that's not the question, though. You need to save someone from certain death. Your father was never in a certain death or worse situation.
Right.
So,
But I could have been an asshole, be like, "Yeah, Dad, you go by yourself."
wait, how do you level up, Gamila?
I had a mist earlier, and then this one. You just gave experience, right?
You got 1 experience. Aren't you at like 3? Did I
Yeah,
get that?
I have 3, and then I got a miss this one.
Wait, did
It
you
was a cool.
have
Wait,
3?
let me see.
Did you have 3?
Yeah, I have 3.
Huh, interesting.
From when?
Yeah, from when? I'm confused. I thought you.
I
Wait,
I don't know.
yeah, didn't you get the power of heart last session and you got 2 XP at the end of the session? So
Oh yeah, I forgot to erase it. I'm
yeah,
so
yeah.
sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So you're at 3 experience.
Okay.
Nadine, you should be at 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Nice. Flux would be at 2 because he never failed. God damn
Hmm.
it, Flux. And Ramesh would be at 3, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm at 4.
What was that miss? Did you miss? Oh yeah, you
So
missed once. Right, you did. Yes, I'm sorry.
okay,
Yes, you're
Good
right.
job,
I got.
Ask. You're winning.
I missed
Ramesh is winning.
twice.
You missed twice. Yeah, I think I marked 1 and then forgot the other. I think.
Yeah. So I started the session off with 1, missed
Yes.
twice, and then we got 1 XP.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes, you're right. Yes, I missed one of your misses. Derp McGurp. Did I accidentally give you a harm? No. I, I have a tendency to accidentally mark harm instead of experience. Oh boy. All right. Okay. So if everyone is at that's okay. So you have Janine and sorry, Gamila and Maya at 3 XP. Farmi is at 2 and Ramesu is at 4. Woohoo! Ramesu is getting ready to level up again. So excited. So excited, damn it. Alright, so that's the kind of thing. If you have any feedback for this session and stuff, like we know not much happened because a lot of it was just housekeeping of sort, like narrative housekeeping of solo scenes, setting up a bunch of everything, and then the mystery began like halfway through the session. So it was intended to be a 2-session mystery anyway. So yeah, any feedback, thoughts of what happened, anything I did badly, goodly, terribly?
I can't think of anything right now.
Yes.
It
Same.
was all good.
Nice. Like did something feel weird? Like I was kind of like like it felt weird that we didn't have like a hook for every single character, but that just felt like it's normal for like some
Yeah.
mysteries won't have hook for everyone. And since you're like slowly becoming a team, words are spreading around like the place that hey, there are these
Yeah.
people who deal with this. So had that set up with the potentially getting more cases from the military off the books stuff, and the like.
Yeah,
So
I feel like we don't always have to like have a personal hook because I mean we're just also in this just to investigate
all
mysteries,
right,
and that's
yeah,
enough of a
okay,
hook a
that
lot of the
is
times, I think.
neat. I don't like Smite. Okay, out of like this is like the reason I don't like Smite from a gameplay perspective because it bypasses the need for um investigate a mystery, because you don't need to know the weakness of any monster anymore. So that's why I kind of like, even if you take Smite, I would probably like nerf it a little bit. I'm not sure how. Like, so I'll
I mean,
figure
we,
that
we
out.
still need to
Well,
know the weakness because
Yeah,
he's only one person who can do that harm. But
yeah, yeah.
Right,
well,
But
and what I think,
right.
what I think it means is that it's just like your unarmed attacks are just innate weapons and not actually a weakness against the monsters.
yeah, but no, it just means that like anybody who takes Smite can automatically kill any monster without doing any investigation. Like I've seen it
No, no,
be
it's
like,
just like
okay, yeah,
it's just a vulnerability. It
yeah,
won't
I know,
outright kill.
I know. Look, I know, but like in my experience, I've seen it being abused. I've experienced it being abused like more than I think 3 times.
I mean that's up to like
Up
people
to the
and
player and the
player
GM.
rules.
Yeah,
But
definitely, it's up
like
to the
I,
player
I
and the GM.
think I think it's intended that it can harm the monster, but in order to kill it, you need to know its actual weakness. So you can harm it as much as you want, but you're not gonna kill it unless you know that it's, I don't know, like water with a fire
Yeah,
root.
yeah. Like that. That's probably one of the nerfs I will do. I'll need to like look at this if that you would take,
I
but
yeah,
like
I think that's
rules as written is that it is a weakness. That means you can kill monsters with it. Rules as
yeah, but
written.
I
But
think
yeah,
that's
like
how it's
yeah,
intended.
I will definitely
You
nerf
can
it
harm
if
it,
you.
but you can't kill it with smite.
So that would basically means it's a regular weapon. So
Well,
Yeah, pretty
the
much.
way I was seeing it as, like, you know how when we were fighting the fire demon,
hmm
like I had to use water to hurt it,
hmm
right? I had to use water to hurt it.
hmm
I was thinking narratively I could swing Anubis's sword and do damage to it, but I still would have to like capture it or find out the exact way for the creature to be like banished.
like
Yeah.
I like if you so like I'm not going to like figure out any nerf for it like before you take it. So if you take it, we can like work on that, but right now I'm not going to like bother coming up with a nerf right at this
No,
second.
you're fine. I was just letting you know based on the narrative. I just thought it made sense
Yeah,
to get the validation that the sword belonged to Anubis. I was like, okay, so
the sword does not belong to Anubis. That like an Anubis did say that the sword doesn't like belong to him directly. It's
well,
like you never really
whatever.
ask that, but you can like in character Ramesu can think that. Like you never really ask that like for
Sure.
clarification, but in character Ramesu can think that.
Okay.
But it does not. No,
Well,
it does not belong to. Like
okay. Then that being said, I'll probably pick something.
no, it's like I said, like you can figure out based on the narrative. Like if you want smite, that's fine. Like we can work it out. Like your
No,
curse is definitely related to the divine, so you know.
the main idea was I thought the weapon was godly, and so I'm
I'll actually 1 second. It is a Kopish. It's like I've written down sort of Anubis, but I realized that's a misnomer. It's not. It doesn't belong to him, but I guess I need to figure out like what the source of the sword is.
I'm really cool either way. So
Like
just let me know.
I will think on it. Like I'll let you know. It might be like related to him, so it's like it makes sense if you can have it, but it's not directly his. But it can be divine, like in a way. I guess you'll need to. Tell you what. I think if Ramesu kind of like would try to like somehow like figure out this thing, or at least like try to make some headway into figuring out like the source of where this sword came from to him, like he can probably has it. So maybe not as the next level up, but maybe one after.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay, so I don't
Like I'm
because I also don't want you to not be able to have a divine sword because it sounds freaking cool. Let's be fair. So so if I don't want to say no, you can't have a divine sword, because that's just no, I want you to have a divine sword if you want a divine sword. That sounds awesome. So yeah. So yeah. So let's say like if if Ramesu like makes some progress on his investigation on the whole like crypt robbery thing, or the source of where this sword came from, like I think like we can definitely like see it being valid as a divine weapon of some kind, even if it's not directly owned by Anubis. It might be indirectly affected by it. So that's all. So, yeah. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah. That's just about it, I guess. Anything I did weirdly? Yes. Introduction of characters and stuff. Freaking. What the solo scenes fine? Did they feel like they were dragging a bit?
Nah.
I
Nah.
like them.
I have to admit the reason Ramesu's scene was longer than like anyone else's, because Idris Elba was voicing Anubis. I'm sorry. I was hearing his voice in my head, and it's like, yeah,
It was Idris Elba. I'm gonna Google
Idris
that.
Elba. It's Idris Elba, man. Come on, it's freaking Idris Elba. How do you not know Idris Elba? Why Idris Elba? Because
I've heard of him, but I don't. I've not
Idris
yet.
Elba is the dude
Are
from
you kidding me?
like the commander
He's
dude
the
from
Black
Pacific Rim.
Superman.
He's Heimdall from like Thor and the MCU. He's like the what's his name? Stacker Pentecost from Pacific Rim. He's the dude from The Wire. He's the dude from the Luther. He's just and his
I
voice
remember.
is like freaking just it's freaking amazing. His voice is amazing. All right, it's like yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna stop it right there. Thank you for the session. This was cool. I hope like the next like this mystery. I'm hoping like there are twists. There are always twists. God damn it, there's always twists. And yeah, so yeah, so yeah. That's it. Thank you everyone for this is cool. I'm looking forward to tomorrow next sessions. Thank you. Yeah. Um. Good night and stuff. I'm gonna stop the recording now. I can't ever do a proper outro of this. The episode ends as you know this person starts like Altus starts doing the ritual. Ixion is waiting outside, and you four are in the funeral room, uh doing stuff, I guess, doing non stuff. I don't know what you're doing, so yeah. So yeah, that's where the situation kind of ends. Sorry, the episode kind of ends. To be continued. Dun dun dun. Bye.
Awesome.